Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of All Quiet on the Serisian Front. Before we get into the actual game, let's go ahead and give a player an opportunity for a point of inspiration, as they are hard to come by in this campaign. Who is our volunteer?
I guess that's me.
Do it, coward.
Well, now I don't want to. We open with the last shift of the Night's Watch, which was Ren, and he decided to identify the stone in his palm, which is more than Joe ever did in the entire time she had it, but she didn't have identify, so can you blame her?
Yes.
Anyways, so Ren went in really deep. He saw like a vision of a dragon, a worm, something, and a whole bunch of names carved into a wall. And this thing like was basically like, you can't hide from me. Like, you can't lie with me, and you can't like shroud yourself as you might want to from your like history. I can perceive you. And then yeeted Ren out of the vision, physically yeeting him in real life 15 feet back, and he like tumbled in the dirt, and it woke Aaron up, woke the rest of the party up, and everyone was like, danger. And Ren was like, oh no, I'm fine. And he seemed to be telling the truth. He wasn't quite sure what was happening, but he didn't think he was in danger, so the rest of the party, like, apparently, like, that class, this is so nauseating to me. He's got like this crown in his head, and conceptually that just makes me want to vomit. But apparently it was like showing a little bit, and there was like blood coming from it, but he like hucked it away
in flesh.
And it was just like, don't worry about it, and he finished his watch. And then we woke up, the bridge was fixed by the dwarves, and Astra was missing. And she left a note, but she left it for Bells. She like tucked a note away on Belle's person, and it said, it was signed by Astra, and it said, they are keeping something from you. And don't say anything. But it seems that before Astra left, she left Regal to Ricky, because briefly Echo played Ricky as is acting a little weird, saying like, hey guys, I have and then realized that she wasn't supposed to say anything in front of Bells, so she was like, an idea for breakfast. So presumably Ricky has Regal on her somewhere.
Yes.
So there you go, AJ. You've got Regal somewhere. And I don't know.
The most useful person to have Regal.
Yeah.
Blame Astra. That's who Simic said hid the crown on.
So did AJ have a note, or did Ricky have a note?
Nope, just the
Regal
crown
was
is in her
on
pack.
Okay.
So
okay, cool.
Basically, Ricky like looked in her pack and was like, "Oh, I've got Rick," and then realized can't say that.
Bells is
a really good idea.
Yeah. But Bells knows something's up because of this note, and obviously she didn't say anything to the party that she got this note from Astra. She just tucked it away, and she's like suspicious. And then they saw the bridge was fixed. Zed sent Bells over the bridge under the guise of checking its structural integrity to like talk to Ren about leaving a note for Astra if she ever decides to come back to the party. She seems to be just kind of going AWOL for emotional reasons. So Ren wrote a note and stuck it to a tree branch because Astra might be able to find it. She's got perceptiveness.
Pretty sure Bells said something like, "You gonna call in your friend going AWOL?"
Oh my god, no, I did not say that. I don't remember what I said, but I don't think it was that.
You said that.
No.
God said so. God said.
To be fair, if she is giving the recap,
yeah. So it's my reality.
Recap it. It didn't happen.
The victor rewrites.
Exactly.
History.
That's right. So I'm pretty sure it was more like Bells was like, why would she leave? And you guys were like, well, someone she was close to on our team passed away. And then Bells was like, it was in tandem. Like the person dead and the person missing. She was just wondering. Anyways, We go. Oh, we don't go. We hear a crackling signal on the Brahma, but we're too close to the mountain range. It's interfering with the signal, so we do a little musical chairs figuring out where everybody goes in the Brahma, and
You
Bells
got jump
volunteers
pack,
to
you
drive.
gave the dirt bike. The sand
Yeah,
rider.
The
I
duster.
have
The
the
duster.
I have the jump pack now. I'm gonna finagle with it later, but it was like, where's Belle's gonna go? Is she gonna be a spotter? Is she gonna be the driver? Turns out she's not proficient in driving this vehicle, but she was determined after Zed kind of implied that she wouldn't be able to do it. He was like, I can just drive. I'm proficient in it.
That's not
And she
what
was like,
happened.
that's exactly. Give the recap next time.
Okay.
So we took a minute for Zed to just give her like some pointers, so she wouldn't be like driving with any disadvantages or things like that. And now she can add her proficiency when I make intelligence checks to drive it, so it's fine. And Zed is down in the spotter position, and Ren and Ricky are outside. Yeah, okay. And then we get a little further from the mountain range. We get a signal. They say there's an SOS from a team with very valuable information. There's 3 people, 2 female, 1 male, 2 humans, a half orc. I don't remember all of their names, but one of them was Selena. And that they are holed up in like Peakview Keep or something like that. They're being assailed currently, and we need to save them because they have our, not only are they our allies, but they have valuable information. So we're like, Roger, we're gonna go do that. So we go do that, and there's a bunch of undead being called into the areas. They're all they're not like wandering around. They're like honed in on this location that we're also going to. So Zed and Ren take some pot shots to kind of thin the herd on our way there. And when we get there, it's overrun by undead. There's zombies everywhere. There's a couple giant skeletons and minotaur and things like that. But our tactics going in are pretty good. There's some grease spells being thrown, and zombies are slipping and being lit on fire after they're all in a big pile. Great. But eventually we kind of realized that maybe killing all of the undead isn't really the objective. It's kind of making sure Selena's okay. And she's not okay on the inside of the keep, where she's like barricaded herself in and surrounded by undead that have just broken through the door. And we finally kind of like get the idea that she's in like dire straits. So we blast a hole in the wall of the part of the keep that she was barricading herself into, and we see that she's just surrounded by undead, and finally kind of get our shit together and get in there. And it's a little hit and miss for a second, but we get her out and rescue her, and she, she's the only one left. She's a human woman, right? Seemingly a human woman, and is a physiker. And will give us the details of what she knows about this information after we get kind of on the road, because the longer we wait, the more undead are going to appear because of all the sounds of battle. So we get on our way, and Selena tells us that her comrade had a different location before that location was compromised. Witnessed something? Was it through like a spy apparatus type deal? Is that right, Sal? I know you'll find your speech in a second.
Just to remember the button.
Sorry. Could you say it again? Because I got confused while I was looking for my button.
The comrade of Selena's, they saw something. Was it like through a lens or some sort of spyglass, or how did they witness this thing?
Yeah, there was a thing. Wow, that's helpful. That's helpful, Sal. One sec.
It was what they did see. I don't know how they saw it, but it was a big ass winged black death thing. It was a very scary monster, and Selena was able to replicate through physicry, like basically a screenshot of the image that she had been shown by her comrade who had witnessed this thing.
Yeah, he basically threw it into her head as he was like fleeing, and there was a telescope on the observation tower, which is where we were.
Telescope.
And
so it was an airborne creature, and when Bells saw the creature, the image that Selena was able to replicate, she recognized it as one of those. It looked like one of those kind of death dragons that she had encountered on her way to being airdropped into the region via this airship. They had combated a few of these things, but the one that Selena's comrade saw seemed to be much bigger, which is not great, not ideal. We radio in that we have Selena. She relays her information, and we get her sorted into the Brahma and things like that. Until we realize that the Brahma has taken some significant damage that we have to pull over and repair. But before that, a voice chimes into Belle's head, and Belle's head alone. I wrote it down. It's Regal, but Belle's obviously doesn't know that. Regal says, I can, because Belle's is thinking about how frustrating Zed has been, just kind of like ignoring her or, brushing her off. She's thinking about, like, he doesn't need to trust me, but the least he could do is be respectful. But then Regal chimes in her head. I can tell you why he doesn't trust you. He sees you as a threat because someone who called the shots made a terrible mistake and he saw it firsthand. And Belle's asked, like, who are you? And Regal said, I'm an ally. I help them, implying the Brahma 19 crew. But Belle's seems to not be an immediately trustful person herself, and says, like, well, that's what, it seems like you're trying to sow doubt in this group, and it's really convenient that you'd be an ally, and you're just reaching out to me. And then Regal was like, okay, well, maybe I'll talk to you when you have a more open mind. And then she didn't continue the conversation. But after we pulled over to start getting the repairs underway for the Brahma, Zed pulled Belle's aside with Selena and Ren kind of helming the repairing operation until they came back, because apparently something's been eating at him. And he apparently, it's his mounting mental breakdown, but he decided to make that Belle's problem. Listen, you do the recap next time if you want to have specific words to say.
This is a non-biased recap.
Totally non-biased. He basically just says, like, listen, you haven't been out here. You don't, like, you're only getting, like, a taste of what we've been experiencing for weeks, months, if not years, depending on who you're talking to. Like, we've lost people. Here's a list of those people. One of them is your brother. And he's like, I don't know what you were doing sitting behind your desk, but we've been out here
That's
suffering.
Yep, out of all of the things he said.
Yeah. We've been out here suffering, and I'm going to need you to, like, not have such an attitude or something like that.
Nope. He asked for a little bit of empathy when it comes to certain situations that are very grievous towards the crew that they just experienced, and just tread lightly.
Listen, totally just said that. I don't know why you're rehashing what I just said. So Belle's just kind of, like, there were things that she wanted to say, but she opted to not say those things, and she just said fine. And he held out his hand and said truce, and she said okay, and they shook hands, and then they walked back to the Brahma, and that is where the session ended.
I feel like it's a one-sided truce right now.
I shook hands.
Like, you mother.
Just sleep with one eye open.
Okay. Well done. That was a thorough recap. You've earned a point of inspiration. It's clear you did just listen to the session, because there's no way you remembered all that from a month ago.
Nope.
Let's go ahead and get back into it. So you guys are, at the moment, pulled over because the Brahma has a problem with it. It is around noon. Ricky, I said that you were attempting to figure out something for lunch before the session ended. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you like. Perhaps you were in a fugue state.
In-character decision.
Yes. You can, it is your free will. You can do whatever you like. But as we get back into the session, the first thing I need is someone to roll me a D8.
AJ.
Oh, AJ.
AJ. That's not a D8. Yeah, that's a D8.
Yeah, it is.
A 2. Okay. Interesting.
Hopefully it's hugs and kisses.
I believe you said something last time about how we would handle rolls for fixing the Brahma
Mm-hmm.
now.
One moment.
I'm not
Not
touching you. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, I didn't forget.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
Ricky just rolled. It has to be hugs and kisses.
Hugs
Yep.
and kisses.
8
Okay.
different
From
options.
the zombies.
So we can handle the artificering of the Brahma immediately, or we can handle the other things first.
Well, Selena did say she was physically, emotionally, mentally tapped, and that. But Ren said he would help her. But Bells is equipped and capable of fixing this Brahma, so that's kind of on them.
So it
They're gonna
looks
wait
like-
for Bells to come back.
Okay, so it looks like we have 2 capable engineers with a potential third. Ren, you're knowledgeable in Arcana, but you are not an artificer.
No.
That being said, knowledge in Arcana and having an education does help, especially with diagnosing problems. But when it comes to handling Banasite and copper wiring and magical energy that's stored in capacitors, you understand that it is generally better dealt with by an artificer, as they have the magical tinkering ability that lets them handle these problems without
And-
killing themselves.
Selena is
I
exhausted and has 0 spell slots left, so that is.
I do have the Artificer Initiate feat, but that only gives so much. Like proficiency and stuff. That's about it.
Because that does help, but I'm going to tell you that since you are not an artificer,
Yeah.
DCs for you are higher than they are for the artificers.
That's why, Ren has chosen to be basically. You need this or screwdriver, and do
You're the
you need
flashlight
something
guy?
heavy? I'm the flashlight guy, basically.
You
Yeah.
get yelled at when you hold it wrong.
You're the
Yep.
shop helper,
Yep.
or as they
Exactly.
say, the gopher. That's fine.
Yep.
Selena, you might be out of spell slots, but when it comes to tinkering, that doesn't really require spell slots.
No, but I
She
think
is exhausted.
the exhaustion point is more relevant to.
Yes, absolutely. So, you take a look at the Brahma and you see where it took damage on the exterior. There's armor plates that have been bashed in. The damage looks superficial until, with your passive investigation, you see a sudden little spurt of blue sparks out underneath the front leftmost mounting, where there is a crystal of Banasite. There's a Banasite battery there, and there appears to be a problem, not with the crystal, but with its receiver.
Oh, girl. That's no good.
You also know it's risky to try and work on that while it is live.
That is cruising to become fried.
Yeah, so
Put us in the pot with the beans.
you don't need to roll anything to know what you know now. And how you guys proceed is kind of up to you. I will say at this point, Bells is heading back following Zed.
Full of rage.
Okay.
Zed's gonna hang out behind for 5-10 minutes or until something happens. Just reflecting.
Okay.
Take the moment.
While you're doing that, Zed, why don't you roll me a perception check? And Ricky, as you're kind of parked here out, it's not... Where you guys are is kind of out in flatland. There's a long stretch of land all around you where you can see quite a ways. It's not the most secure because you're kind of just out in the middle of nowhere. However, anything approaching you, you would see from miles away. With an 18 Zed, you do see wandering undead. None of them appear to be on the warpath towards your location. The closest one looks like it might be 800 feet away, and it appears to be a Minotaur skeleton that's just kind of trudging along, which is why you can see it so clearly. It's fucking huge. So, while you are ruminating, Ricky, let's start with you. What are you doing?
I think it makes sense that to work through everything, I'll be cooking. So making lunch makes sense to me.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and just roll a cooking check. Basically a survival.
Survival.
And while that's happening, Bells, you see Selena, who is exhausted and, like, while not technically injured at the moment, like, she shows the signs of recently having taken a lot of damage, and, like, they're all bandaged up, and she's, like, limping and nursing her shoulder, and she's looking over the Brahma with the pace of someone who's doing something that is important, but they hurt while they do it. So everything they're doing is very slow and focused and very intentional. And you see Ren, who's nearby. Ren, what are you doing?
Holding the toolbox.
Yep. That's exactly it. He's holding a toolbox, getting just ready and prepared to help anybody, whether it be Bells or Selena, to fix this problem as quickly as possible so we can get moving.
Okay. Well, you hear... Does Ricky express distaste or frustration when the options for food appear to be not, like, scarce, but it's just rations?
Yeah, well, I'm imagining, because we're still just like a few days out from Joe dying, right?
It's
A
like
day.
a day and a half.
Yeah, so, I mean, so Ricky is sad. Ricky is a barbarian, so when Ricky gets sad, if there's not a lot of control, Ricky is going to get angry, right? So I'm guessing with the role I just had, if this sounds right to you, DM, Ricky's just like rage cooking, like beating pots and getting frustrated because I couldn't, like, and then Joe had terrible taste in food anyway because she didn't like any seasoning. Yeah.
Superfluous stuff.
Yeah.
Got the 4 food groups: beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, with an 8, everyone, you all hear Ricky having a bad time. Like, eggshells are flying, and she might not even be cooking eggs. You don't know where they came from. Bells, why don't you roll me an investigation as you're approaching and see Selena and Ren starting to work on the Brahma. See if you notice anything more than Selena's cursory glance earned her.
I think as Bells approaches, she might just look at Selena and be like, how about you just take a seat for a little bit? You look like you could use it. And 26.
Okay. Hold on.
Selena will sort of plonk down on the ground next to the Brahma, and she'll go, "Don't get fried."
Oh. I've had enough of that. I think I'll be fine.
Probably
What does
try
that
to-
mean?
I've been, working on technology my entire life. I've been fried before. I think I'm
Just
past
the way
that
you said
point.
it made it sound like you were deep into Impact or Haze or something.
Whoa.
No, that's illegal.
Oh, right. Aaron
Insight check.
Aaron just like drops back into the
Insight check.
ammo cache. Okay, roll an insight check.
25.
Aaron does drugs.
Aaron does right.
Or at least she has in the past.
That's surprising no one.
Yeah, I don't know why it would. With a 26 on your investigation, you do notice what Selena noticed. You notice that the receiver for the Banasite battery on the front left, the first one, is damaged, and sparks are every so often intermittently just scattering out on the ground next to it.
Yeah, she'll note that and say, Ren, could you get inside and power it down so I can actually work on it?
I was going to suggest that, yeah. And he goes and shuts it off.
Take the key out.
Yep.
It's a lever. You
There's a
guys.
fuzzy fob on it.
I power it down.
Okay, you turn off the Brahma.
Yep.
The next thing you notice, especially now that he's turned it off, the Brahma doesn't turn off.
Oh.
Is it supposed to?
Yeah, it is supposed to. You
That's
watch
not right.
as you hear him thunk, flips the switch that is supposed to basically disconnect all of the runic markings that bring power from the Banasite batteries to the Earthglide platform, to the gun mount, to the electrical discharge mechanisms. Nothing happens.
Girl's
Nice.
all
Check.
wound up. She can't get off.
Can I... the damaged port of the crystal. Can I start inspecting that area? Is there something keeping it on?
You look. There is... So, as a physiker and trained artificer, and a guy who knows some stuff about artificing, the three of you are all aware of what Banasite wiring looks like. It's basically copper or silver tubing that is full of crystalline Banasite. Sometimes it's liquid, sometimes it's not. In this case, it is liquid, and it is leaking. There is blue fluid that is running down the front of the Brahma. Not a lot of it, but it is clearly enough that it is creating a short. The Banasite battery is keeping the Brahma powered, but only one of them is. Only the one that is damaged is still powering the Brahma. The other 5 have been safely disconnected when he turned it off.
Do I think there's a safe way I can try to disconnect this?
Well, safe is
But it's necessary ultimately.
Can we detach the battery without frying ourselves?
you can try to remove the battery from its mounting, but with it drawing power from the battery, there is a chance of it, well, surging through one of you.
Right.
Does anyone have Mage Hand?
You know it's going to require more than 10 pounds of force to move the battery out of the receiver.
Could mending fix the tubing?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay. You know, with your high intelligence, you can mend the tubing closed, but it's now missing all of the fluid that drained out of it.
I
But
don't have any band.
by closing the tube, there is a chance it will stop shorting.
Okay. Well, we'll start there.
Okay. Mending is a minute to cast. It's a simple process. What does it look like for Bells?
I think she will take... She's got her little collar with the big fat opal in it, and she'll pluck off the opal, and it's a spider, a mechanical one, that she can use as a tool. And so she holds the opal base of it, and the little legs come together into a fine point, and she's going to use it as like a little, basically like a welding rod.
Okay.
So it heats at the very tips of the little legs to close the material.
Gotcha. Okay. One moment. What's your passive perception?
13.
Okay. Bells, to do this, you had to climb up onto the Brahma's, hull. Get up next to it to mend this narrow piping closed. And as you did, you did not see, unfortunately, that the fluid is it's not very viscous. It seems to spread far and wide. And as you stepped up there and got up on the hull and you began mending the pipe, right as you started, are you wearing boots?
Her art says no.
Okay. That's actually...
her paw pads are exposed, but she's got like a leather wrap around her hind legs.
Okay. That might actually help here. You feel a strange tingly burning sensation between your big toe and middle
My
toe on your
beans.
right foot. Yeah. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'm gonna burn my toe beans. 18.
You succeed. Roll me a D100.
Okay. 2.
Okay.
Ah.
A 2 on a D100.
2 of my beans.
Hold on. Okay. Some of crystalline banisite got on your right foot. Not very much, but you know that's not a good thing. And as that happens, you see the air around your right foot. Little strange things begin to happen. You see bubbles appearing out of nowhere. Grass suddenly falls from your foot onto the hole of the Brahma that you don't know where that came from. But it doesn't hurt.
Can I look at my toes?
They're okay.
Okay. I'm gonna move where I was. I'm not in the puddle of Banasite anymore.
Okay.
What did that look like from down here?
Yeah.
It looked like she was working for maybe 20 seconds as she was working on mending the pipe. And then suddenly you heard her suddenly jump to the side and you see a bunch of little bubbles just over the side of the hole. And flowers appear on the bubbles that fell out of the air onto the ground.
I'm seeing some side effects up there.
No, totally negligible side effects. Nothing to worry about. Just some bubbles.
I need you to roll me another D100, by the way.
Is it safe for you to be up there? Do I need to
18. No, I've got it.
I can hold you up to the crystal.
Like fucking
Not-
Simba.
Yeah.
Banacide is not. That is the opposite of what Banacide is.
As you're talking to her and she's concentrating on the mending while you're talking, an enormous feathery beard out of Belle's face.
Okay, lift me, please.
Okay.
Calling.
That's
How much does Bells weigh? I could
Probably
probably do it with one hand.
30 pounds.
Okay, yeah.
Can you put her character art on this little?
Yeah.
I want to just envision her with the beard. Are we
I
talking about
don't.
an echo?
They're
beard right now, or just
it's
like a
huge and goose feathery, and it's
Is it as
down to
long
her
as me?
chest. It's proportionate to you.
What color is it?
Oh, good.
It's white and gray, so it does not match her at all.
Oh.
It looks like goose feathers.
meat.
Here is
Ugh.
Bells.
Leave me alone.
All right. I
Uh,
will.
You're holding her up?
I will lift.
Okay, you
Bells
don't have to roll
up to-
anything. She weighs nothing to you, basically.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. So you don't have to roll anything for mending, and this is just a process that takes a little time. While this is happening, Selena, roll me an investigation, please. At a disadvantage, unfortunately, because you are EP.
So, yep, I'm tired.
Oof.
10. You're
Yeah,
tired.
10.
You you
Squinting up at it, and there's flower bubbles and goose down, and she's like, man, fucking Banacide side effects. Jeez.
roll an Arcana check, if you don't mind. Also at disadvantage. And as you roll that, I'm going to need another D100 from you, Bells.
D100.
Yep.
How are you holding
Arcana's a little better.
Bells, Ren?
Just
Like
by
under her armpits.
yeah, sure.
It's not like you're scruffing me.
Like
No,
a
no, no.
man that's never held a baby before. Just like
Just-
this
Oh.
out and in front.
And literally Simbad.
Ren, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
With
17 on
with
the
a 17 on Arcana, you know that crystalline Banasite, and Banasite in general, stores magic within it as energy. There's some chaos involved in that, and crystalline Banasite, specifically amorphous crystalline Banasite, or liquid, has an odd tendency to make the weave do strange things.
Like wild magic.
Like wild magic, which is what you... That thought comes into your mind just as Bells sneezes and all the feathers off of her face, fluttering in a huge cloud around them. And at the same time, Ren, you are blinded because Bells begins to glow with piercing light.
Nice.
Bells, you can see what you're doing very clearly all of a sudden.
Well, that's fine. I had my little goggles down. It was working.
Yeah, you don't... Ren is a great flashlight holder.
Ren, how did you... How are you holding the flashlight and me at the same time?
His eyes are just like completely closed down. He's just, yeah. You done?
Excellent work. No,
Yeah,
hold still a little bit longer.
Unfortunately, there are 3 more rounds of this.
Okay.
Just hang tight and hope that the side effects don't do anything else weird. Or unrecoverable.
Roll me a tinkering check at advantage, Bells.
Is that intelligence plus
I would like-
It is.
I would like Ren, as he's holding Bells, he's constantly just guidance every round.
Okay, sure.
Well,
So add a
plus-
d4.
Sure.
A natural 20 for a 28.
For-
Son,
Plus
are
two.
you throwing more magic up in there?
Sprinkle it on top.
I need another d100, please.
I'm going to direct you to stop adding more magic to the Banasite stew that is currently happening on your body.
Dooch, I would like you to roll the next D100.
Yes, I can definitely do that.
So that's a 30 Arcana. Nice.
Yeah.
This one's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. 41.
41. Okay.
You're welcome.
Bells, what were you saying? Just now. Like, what were you saying, like, to anybody?
She was just complimenting Ren on his ability to hold two things at once, like he has a third arm.
Okay. As you say, like, as you're complimenting him, suddenly your voice cuts off. And you cannot perform any work at all as you are turned into a potted plant.
Oh my god, I knew
No,
it. I knew it. I
She's
literally
like
just
holding-
made a hitchhiker joke in chat right before you did that.
Ren, you suddenly can see,
I'm
and
not a glowing potted plant.
you're not a glowing potted plant. You are holding what looks like it's like a nice red clay pot with a fern just leaning over the edges.
Well, that's a handsome plant.
I probably look so ridiculous right now, don't I?
Oh, you
Yeah.
look ridiculous. Holding this
This is
Then
Okay.
turns around for the first time. Ren, what are you doing, Ren?
this
Where
is
did you
not
get a
this is
plant?
this is not a plant. It's Bells.
Just a little redecorating. Just a little redecorating happening.
on the Brahma.
He doesn't move. He doesn't move from holding it. He just stays still and just hold it.
Amazing.
What the hell did I miss? What,
It's fine. It's wild magic. It'll wear off.
I need another
Okay.
D100, please.
Okay, AJ, you can roll it now.
Unfortunately, it does extend the amount of work by 1 round because you could not do anything as a potted plant. Okay.
What about with
Fine.
this crisp 9?
Got some tales about wild magic on the battlefield I'll tell you about sometime.
I need someone to roll me a D2.
Hey, Jay, you might as well finish it.
Okay. What are you thinking about specifically, like, as you come back from being a potted plant, which was very serene, by the way. No problems in the world. You had an intelligence of 1 and a wisdom of 1. You had no issue with anyone or anything. And then suddenly, you're back to yourself.
Okay, the thoughts she would have were, I wish that could have lasted for like maybe a day, just so I could recoup emotionally and spiritually.
As the magic falls away and Bells stops being a potted plant and is back to being Bells, basically in the same position she was in, the tool up against the pipe, just suddenly a little surprised. The potted plant fell away in a magical cloud of smoke that coagulates into 8 darts of magic missile that fly away from Bells, and I need someone to roll me a d6.
Oh, please be me.
5.
You're number 5, Ren.
Okay.
All the darts spread out, and then just...
Oh, shit. Shield.
Okay.
Literally shield, yeah.
Okay. You manage to cast shield in time, and you just hear boom, 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 as all these magic missiles slam into the shield around you. Nice save.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
thing that was
sorry.
at me.
I didn't do that on purpose.
I don't think anybody else has that kind of precaution.
I think I
So-
do, actually.
We're good.
I do. You're not special. But good job.
I didn't know that. Anyway, can we get this thing done?
I'm working on it.
I need you to roll me well, you roll a 30 on the Arcana check, the tinkering check. So, here's a thing that you, with that 30, would know. When closing a vessel that's full of liquid with heat, such as panosite piping, there is a weird tendency right as you're sealing the weld. Trust me, I would know. For the liquid inside to explode outward from the pressure. But you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
You spend these last long rounds just inching the seal closer and closer, giving it time to cool, closing it again, giving it time to cool. And I need you to roll me one last D100 as you're about to finish.
My turn? Or Dooch's?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's get 100.
Well, I can't roll it just yet.
Explodes
'cause
with
I
the
got a
force of a
Steam
fireball.
notification. 84.
84.
Nice.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Bells, roll me a D10.
Okay.
Are you at maximum health right now?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm asking you, are you at full health?
Yeah. I
Oh.
thought I wasn't, but yes.
Okay, roll me a D10.
5.
5. You gain 5 hit points, and that exceeds your max. Everyone around you within 30 feet loses 5 hit points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
So my max changes temporarily?
Yeah, you are healed beyond your
Cool.
maximum, and you feel hearty and healthy, and everyone else you feel just suddenly a little weakened. You feel energy pulled from you as if just a cold wind went through your spine.
Any impact from the resistance to necrotic, or is it because this is?
They would have it. They would have it. If you're resistant to necrotic, you'd take 2.
It's because of my armor, though. It's not like I'm naturally resistant.
Resistance is resistance.
Okay.
How close am I? Am I within-
You're within 30 feet.
Okay.
So as you're like
much-
angrily cooking, you just suddenly feel like, ugh, like a wave of almost nausea, but it goes away quickly. Just pass through you. It's very
I feel
unpleasant.
Was it 5?
5 hit points.
That doesn't even notice. Already feeling that.
Mhm.
I had 6 temp HP, so I just lose a little.
And with that, the dosage of crystalline banacite loses its potency. You no longer have to roll on the wild magic table, Bells, and you finally finish repairing the broken banacite piping within the receiver.
Okay, you can put me down.
I set Bells down on the ground gently.
Thanks for not spiking me like a football.
Thought about it.
Wow.
That was a joke.
What's a football?
Well, it's a joke.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
That was the joke.
You ain't very funny.
Okay. Well, oh, there is one thing I needed to double check the state of affairs with. The magical resistance capacitor was damaged in the fight.
Yep, it was.
Is that a separate thing I have to fix?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Brahma's
Oh,
not
yeah.
fixed.
At least it's not leaking.
It is no longer
banacite
leaking fluid, but it is also... Well, now that you've repaired the pipe, the leak stopped, the Brahma shuts off.
Oh, that's a relief. Now we can fix it.
Oh, right. I think we're staying here for a couple hours at least. Maybe we should just prepare to be camped.
It's noon.
We'll see how long it takes.
Okay.
All right.
God was sassy to me.
That was your conscience reminding you that it's noon. There are no gods.
So-
That's true.
What's next on the agenda?
Well, we have the Brahma to fix.
There's the housing
Yeah.
on the battery. And we'll want to take a look at that capacitor.
Okay.
You also know you're going to have to replenish the crystalline banacite.
You hear Ricky scream in the background as I like burn my hand on a pot or
Oh.
something.
Ren, maybe you should help with whatever's going on over there.
Are you sure?
Yes, I feel like Selena and I can put our heads together and figure this out.
All right. Just let me know.
Understood.
What do I walk over to AJ. So what are we cooking here?
Trash. It's absolute trash. There's
Well,
there's no herbs. It's just this trash that we get from the army. Can I talk to you? Do you think anybody can hear us?
if we speak softly, maybe not.
Okay. Just you need to be like act totally normal. Don't look at Bells. Don't look at Bells. And then I'm gonna like lean over and open my bag and like kind of point, like look in here.
I don't think Ren has seen seen Regal yet. Like the crown.
He's only talked
itself.
to her. Like,
Only talked.
mentally. That's hilarious. He's seen it on Astra.
I was gonna say,
Okay, never mind.
Ricky
Yeah,
would know.
okay, never mind. Yeah.
Mhm.
He has.
Okay.
Astra was wearing it, so yes.
So I'm just gonna like open it for you to see, and I'm gonna shut it really quickly and be like, I have this, just so you know.
Okay. Noted. Good thing Astra didn't take it with her.
Yeah.
Seemed pretty useful when I don't know.
Yeah, they've been really useful. But they seem like a really big deal for me to have in my bag.
Well, if you think you can keep it away from hands that shouldn't have it, And
I am a
bes-
lot taller than those hands.
Besides going AWOL, I think Astra did have some sort of wisdom, so maybe leaving it to you was her way of stating that you can keep it safe.
Um,
Yeah, exactly.
you'll see like Ricky kind of like won't make eye contact, but you'll see just like a slight like smile at the like if somebody's showing some confidence. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe I can probably do that. I'll just keep cooking this trash.
Everyone
meal.
within 10 feet of the bag hears, mortals are so tiresome.
Who's within 10 feet of the
Not
bag?
you,
Echo?
buddy.
Damn it.
It would be Zed, maybe, Ricky, and Ren.
All right. Well, that was rude. Can I help with lunch? Maybe we can. Let's just throw this all away and we'll restart. How about that?
Yeah. Ricky will kind of hang her head. Yeah, that's probably the right thing to do at this point.
Ren, are you
I'm gonna-
proficient in survival?
Am I?
I don't know. You would know.
I'm not.
Okay.
But I can give guidance. That's a thing I can
That's
do.
a thing you can do.
Yeah.
Zed, what were you gonna say?
I would like to say in my head to Regal, I'm just gonna ask you for the moment being, just try to keep a low profile with the new recruit. I don't know how she's gonna take it if she finds out about you.
Huh.
What do you mean, huh?
I have no intention behind that.
It almost seemed like you did. Now I don't got a facial expression to go off of. All I got is a tone, and when I say huh like that, it means something's up.
What would be up?
That is what I'm asking. All I'm asking. You know that us having you right now could get us pretty much killed.
You are aware that I can hear all of your conversations within a certain range.
I just thought it'd be respectful for me to at least ask you directly
Mm-hmm.
as a favor.
As you wish.
I appreciate you.
Ren, roll me a survival, and if you roll well enough, you can provide enough to give her advantage.
Okay. I have a +0. Let's go. Hey,
I'm
15.
looking. Hey, you did it. Ren, you remember enough, perhaps from watching the cooks or maybe exploring the pantry when you were hungry or something, that you do recognize some things, and you can provide advantage to Ricky as she starts over.
So
With
Look
a
at that.
natural
Nice.
20.
Look at that.
Add a D4 as well.
That is why I play D&D. Natural 20, my cooking.
Cooking rations, baby. Let's go.
You want to add a D4 just for see if we can hit that 25?
Or 26.
You hit a 23.
Okay. We try.
Ricky, with Ren's help, you take a breath, you step back, you look at your surroundings. You spot on the farm road that's just next to the Brahma the equivalent of saffron.
Ooh, exotic.
I mean, I dashed for it.
You know you can
Some rice. Oh, yeah.
make miracles with that. And so you begin.
Great.
I don't know what it costs here, aside from a lot, so
Okay.
I will say it is native to Ceres, so it's probably not as expensive here.
Ceres, yeah.
Can I just say something in this moment as Ren is helping pick the saffron for with Ricky?
No, not allowed.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you mean?
All right. As they're picking the saffron. He's gonna say, you know, the one of the cooks in my family home actually, whenever I was wanting a snack, would actually make saffron chicken in a lettuce wrap, and they were always really delicious. Maybe we could make that for lunch.
Ricky will look up and like, I don't actually know what saffron looks like, but saffron in my hands. I have like a big smile and say, that sounds delicious. Let's do that. And I'm like, re-energized, rushing over to start making these lettuce wraps.
Okay. The chicken that you have in the rations is dried and, salted. But you begin the process of basically unpreserving the shit out of it so that it will be, reasonably delicious. With a natural 20, you're going to succeed. So, go ahead and roll me a d12.
Ooh.
After you finish cooking this, no matter how long it takes, everyone who eats it will gain 6 temporary hit points.
Woo.
All right.
Yay, 10.
Back to working on the Brahma. I need an Arcana check at disadvantage from our sleepy human, Selena. Forgot who you were for a moment.
That's garbage.
Okay. Roll me a tinkering check. Bells, when you can add a 2 to it.
Woo!
Sorry.
That's okay. I rolled a 21. Plus 2, 23.
With a 23, there is some nostalgia as you begin looking at this Banasite housing and the capacitor and all the other parts of the Brahma. Over the next hour, you begin tearing apart all these pieces, seeing how they work, remembering old drawings from the A&A, remembering Ash talking about how excited he was about these devices and how they worked. You imagine he probably was in the exact same situation as you are, several times. Probably kind of seated on this hull, straddling the Banasite mount, putting it back together piece by piece with that same all-purpose tool that you're using right now. What's going through Belle's head as she's working?
I think she's probably, like, you emphasize the nostalgia, but when she was growing up, and especially when they were in the A&E together, they often worked together, and they would talk to each other while they were working because, you can kind of work out problems just by vocalizing them. And there's a method of, computer programmers where it's called, the rubber duck or the ducky method, where if there's a problem in their code, they'll explain their code to something, a rubber duck, for example, to see where, the problem in their code is. So she kind of rubber ducks this memory of Ash, where she's kind of mumbling under her breath, but she's kind of working out her thought process like she would back when they were students talking to each other while they were fixing stuff together. So she's kind of she's having a full-blown conversation under her breath, like Ash is next to her. And they're figuring out this Brahma together.
I like that. At the end of 45 minutes, you've repaired the Banasite receiver and capacitor.
Ooh.
All that's left is the magical resistance field.
Support.
I mean, you could leave it
Okay.
broken.
No, she's gonna take stock of where her party's at, what they're doing, how they're feeling.
At the
Is
end of
there,
this 45
enemies
minutes...
abound.
No. It's been very quiet out here. Zed has been kind of posting watch, and you haven't seen anything. You haven't even seen flyers, which is kind of unusual. As you finish working on the receiver and getting the Banasai battery remounted and everything, you look over, and this is exactly when your lunch is ready, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Eat. Go back to work. Might as well finish it.
Okay. As you get in the Brahma and start inspecting the capacitor that handles the magic resistance aura, roll me an investigation.
Is it possible for me to help with that, or am I too tired?
It's not necessary.
Okay.
With a 19, you see the mounting where it was attached to the roof. Firstly, you recognize Ash's handiwork. All the screws are facing the same direction. One, it has come loose from its mounting.
Oh.
Yep, that's it. As soon as it's reattached and it once again gets energy from the Banasite batteries, when you turn it back on, you're confident it's going to work fine.
Goggles come up. Okay. I think it's as good as it will be.
You have indeed restored the Brahma to full HP. Well done, everybody. Yay.
Yay. Do you think we
I'd like to-
have enough light to keep moving?
Looks at the sun right in the middle of the sky because it's about 1:30
Yeah.
in the
Wow.
afternoon.
Wow.
Just looks up.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest. Besides a Minotaur off in the distance, I haven't seen just even a inkling of movement, which is not typical. I don't know what to do with that info. Just throwing it out there. Could be great. Could be horrible.
Pretty sure it's horrible.
Usually is.
Well, maybe whoever's in charge didn't realize that Peakview is, they're still sending their enforcements that way, and they haven't realized that we're gone.
Open so.
Well, this is great food.
Well, what if all those fucks that went to go get you over there, they're not over here now, because they're all over there?
Right, that's what I just said.
Right, but you said it weird.
Mm-hmm. You're right. I should have said it the way you did.
Yep. You could learn a lot from me.
I'm learning a lot already.
I bet you are.
And you said you'd give me pointers on shooting.
Right now?
Just eventually, you promised.
Yeah, I meant to keep my word, but you kind of had your hands deep in the Razgar's Revenge for the last hour. Be a weird time to be like, hey, by the way, if you pull out that shooter...
Mm-hmm. Are we going to get moving?
I don't know, I'm just a private. All right. Air.
Let's go.
All right. Mount up then.
Everyone take your 6 temporary hit points, which
Mm-hmm.
basically undoes the 5 that were pulled from you by the wild magic. All of you with full stomachs, you get back in the Brahma. It powers up, no problem.
You work magic with that dried chicken, by the way.
But no.
It's been a while.
Well, we have Ren to thank. He helped me find just the secret ingredient.
That was all you. You did all the cooking.
All right. This is getting mushy in here. Can we move?
Mm-hmm.
I'll get in the seat, driver's seat.
Okay. I need a driving check.
Prosperous.
Plus proficiency.
25.
Cool. All right. I need a D4, please.
Not it.
Oh, all right.
I don't care who.
3.
All right.
He said not it. For some reason, I thought I heard
I-
7.
I
and
thought
that did not make
No.
any sense.
Not it.
I realized it was not. I thought you said got it. That's what I thought you said.
All right.
Anyway,
We move on. The Brahma drives forward, following the road, heading northward on the road to Gorgonfell once again. Travel down this road is smooth sailing. That being said, I need a perception check from our spotter, Mr. Zed. You can roll me that at advantage. And our fellas hanging off the side of the Brahma, please also give me a perception check.
hey,
15.
10.
Oof.
Man, y'all used to be so much better at this. What happened?
We lost Astra
And
and Ash.
And,
And
and
Joe
Joe.
was the spotter.
That's a lot of people.
Ricky just bursts into tears for seemingly no reason.
Lost Astra and Joe and Ash, all the good perception checkers.
well, you have a physiker who's generally got really good wisdom, but she's
She's
exhausted.
eepy.
Yeah.
Stop being exhausted, God.
You just
I
get
mean-
better. Fuck.
Oh.
All right.
Look, my whole team died. It's been kind of a day.
With a
Fair.
15 as your highest, and in the spotting
there.
scope, you guys proceed forward, moving through what once was dense farmland. There are still grain fields and corn fields and pastures and wheat fields on both sides of the road as you're proceeding. As you're pushing onward, you find yourself between a pair of balsam fields, which is a grain specific to Anth. It's high. Balsam plants grow very, very high, up to shoulder height. And these ones have not been tended to in months. So all of their tips are yellow. A lot of them are way too tall and they're growing unevenly. And it almost feels as though you're driving between walls. It's very hard to see anything beyond the nearest balsam plants around you. Those of you on like the outside of the hull can see over the plants. You can see all around you. And there's basically nothing for a long ways.
Now, before we had Selena in the Brahma, is that where I am now? Sorry, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't hanging off the
You're
side.
in the Brahma.
Okay.
Ren and Ricky are hanging off the sides. I believe you are in the gunner's seat.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, 'cause Aaron took the
She's in the
little
ammo
spot
cache. Yeah.
because
That's
Selena
right. I
couldn't
remember.
fit in
I
there.
just wanted to make sure.
What you guys see as you're proceeding forward, I'm going to move the map.
just me.
Just Bell's the middle of the road.
Me.
Is this from that D10 I rolled like an hour ago?
No,
Oh, okay.
that was sorting out the problems with the Brahma.
Oh, okay.
This is your encounter roll. There was a few options, and this is what you guys rolled. You are here between these balsam fields, and you see they open up ahead of you. But all of you hear something. Well, that's not right. In the back of your mind, including Bells
And Selena?
and Selena. Firstly, Zed, you hear, "Sorry, but this is important." And then all of you hear, "You are surrounded."
What? What was that?
By who?
Undead.
Another one of those obelisks?
Something akin to it.
Shit.
Keep me in here, guys.
We got a guardian that looks over us. That
You
being
got a
said,
what?
a guardian. Let's just leave it at that for now. We're in trouble. We
Right,
either gotta
we're
start
surrounded.
moving.
Let's focus on that.
Yep.
Should I gun it?
You gonna hit through this?
Ren looks to Ricky and just unsheaths his greatsword. Or rather, it appears in his hand because he's a Eldritch Knight, and I always forget that he can do that.
Yeah, it just shows up. Yep. Okay. So there's a couple things that happen with that warning. Firstly, you are not surprised, as suddenly stepping out of appearing to be thin air, as if the road in front of you was empty, and then suddenly a zombie just steps forward towards you.
Uh-oh.
What do you do? You
Gun it.
have a moment. You gun it. Okay. As you begin to move forward, you get here, and suddenly walls of stone up
Uh-oh.
in front of the Brahma and behind.
Oh, buddy.
No.
I ungun it. Or do we hit the wall?
The Brahma rams into the wall, but it doesn't hurt the Brahma because the Brahma has a plow on the front. But it is
It's a
clear these
plow.
stones are magical, and the Brahma cannot just bulldoze them. In that moment, as those walls raise, Ricky, you're on the closest side. I need a perception check from you.
Real quick, I casted something on Ricky earlier today in the fight when we rescued Selena. My Bastion of Law.
You have one
Uh,
left.
Yes, you have one left. Pretty much you have a choice. Anytime you take damage, you can roll 1d8 and lower it by that. You don't have to use it. You can use it whenever you want.
Okay. Thank you.
7. You do not see where it came from. However, in this moment, I would like all of you to roll me initiative.
Yikes on bikes.
They'll have Gift of Alacrity.
Aw, bad roll.
8. No, I rolled a 1 on my Gift of Alacrity.
No.
I'm at a 13, not a 12. God damn it.
Aaron rolled so bad.
Yep.
We
Worse than
all
me.
rolled pretty bad.
I rolled great, considering I'm at disadvantage.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, no kidding. We are going to begin combat. The first thing that happens, those of you who are on the outside of the Brahma can only just barely see over the edge of the walls, which are spiked. Each stone wall reaches up into these enormous, these enormous, like stone spears that point inward towards you. Those of you proficient in Arcana recognize the Wall of Stone spell, which is a powerful spell. Okay. First thing that happens. A spectrally enhanced, like glowing blue with spectral energy, a corpse, shudders out of the balsam field. And as it does, it moves toward the wall, and it's going to do a thing.
Stop it.
Okay. It reaches out with its hand, and this strange lance of energy that splits apart like lightning seems to find living creatures. And as it jumps from its hand towards the Brahma, I'm going to roll to see who it hits. Or tries to hit. Ren, what's your AC?
18.
Okay. Bells,
17.
Selena.
$17.
Okay. Ren, first one at you. That is a... doesn't hit. Don't worry about it.
Is this a
Bells?
magical effect?
It's
We're
not a
inside the
spell.
Brahma.
Oh, this Brahma gives you advantage on saves against magical
I
effects.
see.
This is a
Understood.
spell attack.
Okay.
Well, it's a magical attack. It's not really a spell. That's a 17 to hit you, Bells.
And it's
Okay, and then Selena, it's a 1. The only one who has hit is Bells. Bells, you take 15 points of necrotic damage.
ouch.
Then it's going to reach out with its hand. Nope, it doesn't have the range for that. That's what it'll do. It stays right there. Its hand held up in the air as it has sent forth a grave bolt, which jumped to 3 of you. And then, from farther into the balsam field, another one reveals itself. This one is going to attempt... Ren, you're outside, so it sees you, and it's targeting at you, and then it branches away from you to other people. And I will roll to see who it goes for. Aaron? And Selena again. Okay, Ren, you have an 18 AC.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 18 on the die.
Okay. I'll
So
take it.
Okay, you take... You take 10 points of necrotic damage. Selena, that's a 19 to hit you.
That'll hit.
You take 12 points of necrotic damage, which you have.
Half a 6.
And then, Aaron, it misses. As these grave bolts lance into the Brahma, it's as if it's passing through the whole of the Brahma, as if it wasn't there. It's very strange watching these glowing, yellowish, sickly green bolts pass through the hull and then appear. And you cannot help but get the image of the face flare, the Duro, passing through the hull in the same way. That's their turn. Okay. Emerging from the thing in front of you, a larger zombie steps forward, and it gets here.
How tall are these walls?
10 feet.
Oh, well then.
Ricky,
Suck it, zombie.
it's now your turn.
Okay. How tall are the walls? I'm sure you've said. I
10 feet.
apologize. 10 feet.
And they're pointy on top.
They are pointy.
Yeah. So if I'm still on the Brahma,
Mhm.
am I able to see over them at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You cannot see anything that's immediately up against the walls, but you can see out beyond them pretty well.
Okay. I believe I'm looking. One of these hand axes I have is supposed to be a hand axe of returning, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
If I see somebody, can I just huck it at one of them?
Yeah, absolutely. The only one you wouldn't be able to target is this one.
Okay. Okay, so I see that one. This one's doing creepy stuff, though, so I think I will throw it at the creepy stuff one.
Okay.
The creepier stuff.
Okay.
Mhm.
Fortunately, a 10 does not hit.
Yeah.
But it does return to you.
That's it.
You should have more than one attack.
Oh,
You
it's
too.
right. Of course, it comes back. I'm throwing it again.
Okay. Go for it.
Same one. Ugh,
That got
I'm
worse.
full.
Well.
Full from lunch.
Okay.
Should have taken a nap first.
All right. Revealing itself in the balsam field is a soldier.
No. They're scary.
Sorry. He is going to volley javelins into the trap, basically. This one's on you, Ricky. That's a 15 to hit? I don't think that is.
Nope.
Okay, second one is a natural one.
Ah.
Another one reveals itself,
Oh no.
surging out of the
Guys.
balsam field.
They knew we were gonna be here.
Okay. Does a 17 hit?
Me?
Yes, you.
Nope.
Okay.
It says 16. It says 16, but my cloak of protection should add one more.
Well,
like my
17
AC.
meets the AC of 17.
Oh, beats it. Yeah, so it hits me.
Okay. You do take 9 points of piercing damage from that javelin.
Okay.
Then he throws another one. That's a 23 to hit. So, yes. Yep. That's 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Revealing itself from this side, another soldier appears.
It's a lot of soldiers.
Yes. This one, closer, does not throw a spear. Instead, he lights a small round object, and he's going to lob it into the pit. Everyone on the outside of the Brahma, I need you to make a dexterity save. Everybody on the inside of the Brahma, make a dexterity save at advantage.
All right.
Mine is also at advantage.
Uh-huh.
Because balloons?
Because she can see where it coming. She's barbarian.
Barbarian.
There's
Balloons?
balloons on AJ's screen. It's confusing.
Oh, there's
Okay.
like thumbs
Oh.
up symbols and stuff.
I'm on a Mac.
I
Okay,
see.
thumbs up and emotes.
I haven't turned it off.
DC is 15, so it looks like everybody but Selena and Ren save. No, Selena saves.
rolled a 21.
I didn't see it. Calm down. So, Ren, you're the only one who fails. All of you take some force damage. Those of you who succeed take half. It's 12, 17, 21, 25. 27 points of force damage halved to everybody who succeeded. So, 13.
20, how much? 13.
Ren, you take 27.
Ouch.
The explosion sends a concussive wave through all of you, and the entire Brahma.
Just fix this fucking thing.
The Brahma does take that as well. The Brahma seems to vibrate on the ground and sink just a little lower into the soil as the Earthglide platform does its best to deal with the concussive wave of pressure. And then another soldier reveals itself and is going to throw spears.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, it's a trap. Hey, Ren!
The ambush.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit you.
Yep.
That is 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then a natural 1. So don't worry about that. And that is it for the soldiers. Selena, you're in the gunner seat. What do you do?
Well, first I'm going to move out of the gunner's seat so that our gunner can get into it. Because I got another thing. There are a lot of things approaching us to attack, and a lot of them are coming from the outside of these walls. Can I see to throw out? Like, is there a hatch or something that I can?
You can, you were not here at the beginning of the campaign for the explanations. You can open a hatch and go out or in using 5 feet of movement.
Okay.
Opening a hatch is a free action. It just takes your interact with an object. Free action.
Don't forget to close a hatch after you open it if you're staying inside the Brahma.
All right. So for my turn, I am going to gamble by swinging up, opening a hatch, and I'm going to throw.
Love
Up.
the suspense builder.
Eggs? Fish?
Ooh.
Oh,
A bag of tricks.
an object. Okay. All right, roll d8.
Hope it's a lion.
Cool. Is it a friendly lion? Wait.
It's the lion! Hey!
You got your lion tool ready, Echo?
I might.
Stand by, lion.
This friendly to us?
Mostly. Okay, so you
The
throw...
creature's friendly to you and your companions.
Where are you throwing it? Okay. A full-ass lion as it lands on the ground. Over the wall and is suddenly in close quarters with these Deathlock wights near it.
For color, I'm just going to say that it's a lioness.
Good, good.
It's what?
It's a
Lion.
lioness.
A female lion. It is a lioness.
Okay. The noise doesn't change. As
It's a
this
little sexier.
as this
Not-
lioness appears, okay, Bells. Settle down. Not all cats, okay?
Man,
Rawr.
It's going to take its action on its appearance because it's in your turn. What's it doing? What do you want it to do?
I guess I'll have it attack the one that Ricky threw the thing at.
Okay, I'm going to give you access to its character sheet. You should see a new folder appear called Bag of Tricks Creatures. You can open that up, open the lion, and roll its stuff. Sal?
Sorry, I was reading Pounce, and it needs 20 feet, which it doesn't have. So, it is just gonna bite.
Okay, go ahead and roll that attack. That certainly hits. Go ahead and roll damage. As this lioness just chomps down. It gets a bit of a chomp out of the Deathlock Wight. And the damage seems to go through.
nice.
Anything else on your turn? Any bonus action?
It actually. Do I have a bonus? I don't think I have a. No, I don't have a bonus action for us right now. So
Okay.
that's my turn.
Ren. You've taken a
It's
couple
close to
beatings.
us again with another 5 feet of movement. Does that work? No.
You're not... So, there's not really room in the Brahma unless you... if you've gotten out of the gunner seat for Aaron to get into it...
Then I'm out of it. Got it.
You can squeeze in a different
Nah.
spot in the Brahma.
Well, nah. I'm not gonna try to force.
Okay.
We're in a fight now. I'm not gonna be able to hide in the Brahma very effectively. So
I am.
smaller than me, kiddo.
So the gift of alacrity is actually Zed is at 13.
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
Okay.
So I'll go after him.
Zed, what you doing?
I'm gonna pop my head out of this. We're sitting ducks. I don't like this, and I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the wall.
Okay.
The 3rd level.
I'm going to need you to roll a spellcasting check.
Just my
Got
spell attack.
this.
Right.
Yes, just a
Yep.
spell attack.
Oh, I'm going to.
That's not terrible.
That's
if
not
the
horrible. I have 4 inspos, but
Well, if the
I would
spell
like
is a
to get
15, it's a 5th level.
Oh.
A 15 would dispel it.
I would let it ride then. I didn't know that. I don't know how it works.
It's It's whatever level it is.
We'll let it
plus
rock,
10.
even if it fails. That's fine.
You're
Spend all
letting
4
it.
and push it.
Can I see?
I'm
Can
sorry.
I see if he's doing this?
Hold on. You're casting Dispel Magic on the stone spikes around you.
Yes.
It's going to be a spellcasting check. You rolled a 15.
Uh-huh.
What did you say, Ricky?
Oh, I was just joking around. I said he should roll all 4 inspos and then push it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
You can only roll
Nice
one
is the way.
inspo per roll. Selena, what did you say?
I was asking if I could see him within 30 feet.
He's right next to you.
So yeah, I'm gonna flash genius.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
Well, a 15 was enough, as it was a 5th level spell.
I didn't know how that worked.
It's
she-
okay.
I
That being
think I
said,
should-
no, it's
because-
fair. You don't know that. So
Yeah.
you flash of genius, and what does that look like for Selena?
I mean, essentially, she's using her artificery-ness to help his spell casting check. So I think, I'm sorry, I hadn't thought about what that would look like.
It's
And
okay.
so-
You don't have to, if you need to think about it.
I
Don't
have
worry
also
about it.
been paralyzed by
But
that
She's
question.
definitely going to have to do something to share her brain, but I have to figure out what that would be.
No worries. In the meantime, Zed, you concentrate on the Dispel Magic, and you feel as though, like, the spell, the magic that binds these stones together to hold their shape, suddenly crumble, and the walls powder into soil.
Look at Bills. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Agreed.
And then let me just see my bonus actions real quick. Not worried about those in the front.
These
I'm
fuckers.
yeah.
Side.
I am going to quicken, and I am going to Eldritch Blast this guy
Okay,
with a bonus action.
go for it. A 15. Oh. A 21
hit.
hits, absolutely.
It's going to be 12 points of force damage, and he's pushed back.
Okay.
How many feet is he?
10, I believe.
10, I think it is, yeah. Okay. And then same thing. Same guy.
Okay. Unfortunately, within the balsam, his AC is increased because he's harder to see.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for it anyways. Why not?
Go for it.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
His AC isn't that increased.
And then 14 force damage. Push back another 10.
Okay.
Big on
And
pops.
that is... And then I pop back in the thing. Close the
We're
hatch.
all in or on it, right? Nobody's gotten off of the Brahma.
Not yet.
Good.
Okay.
We're going.
It is the lieutenant's turn,
Heck.
which is a unit I don't think any of you have seen before.
No.
He reveals
scary.
himself as he sees his spell of the trap fail. He turns and he claps both of his hands together, and green energy surges away from his fingertips down into the ground, and you see another stone object surge up. As it does, you see a pylon? A pillar?
Is this
That thing.
obelisk?
Ooh.
A beacon. As suddenly green energy
Destroy that. Ah!
Oh, man.
surges
Do we have to-
off of
do
it,
we have
and
to
you
destroy
feel green, just magic, like sickly magic, whoosh, wash over the area. I need everybody to roll me a Constitution saving throw. Everyone within the
Advantage
Brahma
for
is at
those
advantage.
inside. Ooh. Terrible, 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 terrible. Echo, how critical is this? Because I have 2 inspos. I just want to know.
I'm not going to tell you, because that would be cheating.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
Seems like bad news bears. Hold on.
The
So much better.
DC was 12.
21. I was 1 off.
Okay, you all succeed, it appears.
Selena hasn't rolled yet because Sal was up.
Okay, I will wait for her to return. Oh, I see the message now. I will roll for her. Let me go ahead and pull up. Okay. She succeeds.
Are we running from that douche, or are we destroying it?
We have to destroy it. We gotta take it out.
Mhm.
And over the table, how did we destroy it last time? Did we use Regal or did we physically destroy it? I don't remember. It was so
I feel like
long ago.
we had to use Regal.
So
reason that
Regal severed
Richard
its.
lived.
You used Regal to sever its connection from the one using it, and then you shot it a lot.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Someone's gonna have to put that thing on.
Yep.
Great intro, guys, to Regal.
It's now the White's turn, which you don't see yet, as they surge out of the balsam. This one appears, and it's going to fire
Wait.
upon the...
What order do they go in?
What
Because
do you mean?
the 12 was supposed to go next in order, but we changed Zed's to 13.
They're on a 12.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Technically, I guess they're going simultaneously with you, because they have a 14 on Dex as well.
Gotcha.
Sorry, homie.
All good.
Yeah, so this White surges forward, looses an arrow. It's shooting at the Brahma. Okay. That hits. The Brahma takes 10 points of piercing. Shoots again. Misses. One moment. Okay. Oh, this is all fuckered. Hold on. There we go. Trying to fix my foundry on the fly. Okay, that White hit the Brahma once. Another White reveals itself. This one is going to shoot at Ricky. That's a 14 to hit. Don't worry about it. Followed by a 19 to hit. Ricky, that should hit. Ricky, you take 6 points of piercing damage from the second arrow. Another White reveals itself in the balsam. Seeing the wall is down, this one is going to surge up into melee, as it was closer, and it's going to try to life drain you, Ricky. That's a 23 to hit. Ricky, you take 4 points of necrotic damage, and you need to roll me a con save.
Yeah.
You succeed. You just take the damage. Then it's going to attack you again and miss. Okay. Ren. Now it is your turn.
Seeing the wall is gone, he's going to take a deep breath because that initial round sucked. And he's going to... golly, where is it? What the heck? All right. Just second wind. 1d10 plus 8.
Roll it.
Okay, not bad. 14 hit points back. And he is going to leap off and
Nice.
try to.
It's okay.
Is this? Can I flank with the lion?
Yeah, it's
for
friendly.
this guy? Okay.
The
right
lion
here?
certainly has his attention. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, gotcha. And I'm gonna put 2 attacks into this guy.
Go for it.
With my +1 greatsword. Let's see, 27 to hit.
That hits.
For 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second attack is another 27.
That also hits.
For 16 points of damage.
Okay.
So
while it was hardy a moment ago, it suddenly looks like it is barely holding itself together.
All right.
Anything else in your turn?
Yeah. If I could just kind of shout out, what are we going to do about that thing?
We got to sever the connection.
How do we do that?
Regal.
What?
Ah, shit.
Yep.
And that's it. That's my turn. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Wow.
Bells.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I have the hiccups.
Bells, you feel the most uncomfortable anxiety and sickening energy. It's as if you smell just decay, but it's coming from everywhere. However, you know from what you're looking at, it's not coming from everywhere. It's coming from
that fucking thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to surge forward in the Brahma to plow into these 2 things.
Okay, you're using the charge?
Yeah. Is that a bonus action?
Yeah.
You said it was a crew attack or a crew.
It is so you can
Yes.
use it's a crew action. So yes, it's your bonus action.
Right, so I'm going to just slam into these fuckers and get a little closer to this thing.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be able to hit both of them. Go ahead and let me see here.
I can't
The
move
Brahma
everybody.
charge. I can do that for you. Don't worry. Okay, so what is the save? It's dexterity. Okay. Go ahead and roll it for me.
How much is it?
If you click on Razgar's Revenge, you can go to Features and find Brahma Charge.
Features, Brahma charge.
You don't need to place the template. You just have to roll the thing, and I will roll their dex save.
Damage?
Yep. The Greater Zombie failed horribly because he has a terrible dex. And
26.
the Deathlock White failed by 1. So they both fail. The Brahma, go ahead and move the Brahma to where you want it to go.
Is it only 20 feet I can plow these things?
You can't do... So the charge is only that limited distance, and then you can move.
Okay, well,
It is
I'll just
separate
get up.
movement from the normal movement of the Brahma.
What?
Don't
What are
go
you
in
saying?
zone. Don't go
Oh.
in the horde.
Bells?
Yeah.
She'll go here.
Okay.
As soon as
Okay.
we start moving, stay clear of the aura. We
Oh,
can't go in
okay.
Well, hell.
Bye, Ren. Bye, Ren.
Off the Brahma.
I thought that was obvious and it would stay there, but it's okay. We're here
Nope.
now.
So now for my action, I don't know what a regal is. Bells will say she pops open hatch and she is going to throw a grenade and cast shatter on that pillar with the things around it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get a template out. Spells. Bells spells. Where's my shatter? There she
Old bell
is.
spells.
Oh, Wales spells. Just gonna go. Hey, that hits everybody.
Roll damage.
Yeah, there's a save.
It is.
It is 4, 6, 5.
An object's roll at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an investigation check come through. Sorry.
15. Okay. This guy succeeds. This guy fails. 15. And this guy fails. Okay. Bells, as you cast Shatter, you watch as the magical grenade explodes. And you are damn confident you got that beacon, that pillar, in the radius of the Shatter. You watch the magical energy that slams into the beacon seem to do nothing to it, except you watch a lance of green energy out to one of the soldiers in front of it.
Uh-oh.
And he suddenly, drops to his knees and then gets back up. The beacon looks untouched.
I don't know what I did. I shut the hatch. Okay. Aaron, maybe fire the cannon at it.
Was Aaron there for the original one?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, she can do what you want.
As Aaron gets, the turret, she says, "All right, you gotta get real cool about a lot of things real quick," as she pulls the trigger on the cannon. She fires at the beacon. She hits.
2 crits, right?
No, she just hit.
Damn.
And that's 40, 10 plus 7. Hold on.
Max damage.
Ma'am?
I'm just manifesting.
Being a muppet.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's 2. 10. 18. 24. 37 points of damage.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. All of you watch as the shell from the cannon slams into the beacon, and another lance of green energy surges out. And the same soldier that slumped to the ground before suddenly lurches forward, his body falling apart, withering into dust that is slowly sifted away to the beacon. As you all watch, that shell, the cannonball slammed into the beacon, disformed and then fell to the ground.
Oh. Huh. We got one, I think.
No, he's not dead yet.
Oh, no.
Erin, is looking through the little gun scope on the cannon, and she says, "What the fuck happened?"
I don't know.
She starts reloading.
Connected to the undead.
What does that mean?
You're gonna kill them all or sever the connection.
That's why you said Regal. All right, fuck. I'll load canister shot.
Yep.
This Deathlock looks at the Lioness and at Ren, and then turns and looks at the Brahma behind it. It's going to try and deal with Ren and the Lioness immediately. It reaches out and casts a Grave Bolt, which first hits the Lioness, maybe? No, it misses. But Ren, the Grave Bolt then jumps to you and misses.
Okay.
So, fuck me, I guess.
Hooray.
The next Deathlock is right in front of you. It's going to reach out and try to life drain you twice, because you're in melee.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Shield? No.
You can't shield
I
that.
can't shield a natural 20.
No.
All right.
That's 18 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a con save.
How you looking over
18.
there, Ren?
Not good. Now, 18, you said?
Yes. You watch as it becomes more hardy as it heals for that much.
All right, 21.
You succeed. Your maximum hit points are not reduced. It's then going to attack again with the same ability.
Okay,
And it rolled a 5, so don't worry about it.
cool.
Those are the deathlocks. This greater zombie is going to surge up to the Brahma and Ricky. And Ricky, it's going for you, because you're hanging off the side.
Yep.
I rolled a 1.
That's
It's going
hit
to
me.
try again. Oh, imagine. A dirty 20 on the second one.
That one gets me.
Okay. So
What about your
that's
tail?
You got the thing.
I haven't raged yet.
Oh shit, that's true.
Yeah, I've been taking all of these hits.
Ah!
So that's... You take 16 points of damage total from that slam.
Ah!
Okay.
Time to rage, Ricky.
And...
Yeah.
Ricky, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And then, if I'm remembering Regal from back in the day, I am of no use to Regal. So
Hit
I
the
am gonna
spellcaster.
open the hatch and just say Zed and throw Regal at Zed.
Hit him in the face, frisbee style.
Yeah. And then as I'm doing it, like, I'm really sorry, I'll explain later.
Bells, you see an arcane artifact. You don't know what it is, but you recognize an item of great power immediately as an artificer.
That's an item of great power.
Yep.
And we need that power.
I recognize
"No,
it
no,
immediately.
why would I
He's
have
like,
that?"
holy shit! What the fuck?
Oh yeah, both artificers would know.
Well,
Ricky, what else you doing?
Is that a free action? Is that
Yeah,
one of my
that's interact with an item. You can do that as a free action.
that okay. I guess then
Well, fuck.
yeah.
You open the hatch as a free action, so no, that would have taken your action to throw the fucking thing.
Can that just be one attack? To
I'll
frisbee?
accept it as an attack, yeah.
Woo!
So you still have an attack and a bonus action.
Well, she used
Well, my
she
bonus
raged.
action was the rage, so now I'm gonna turn around and just wallop this one that's right on me.
Okay.
Hopefully. I'm not going to reckless though. I'm just gonna
That's fair.
wallop it. Yeah.
Give it your best shot.
Okay. Find my weapons.
I hope they're in your hands.
Yeah, me too.
20 hits.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep. Plus the 2.
14 points of slashing damage. This zombie is one of the tougher ones, but it definitely didn't like that. All right. And that's your turn, I believe, as you're hanging off the side?
Yep.
All right. The wall down, this soldier is alive, technically. Barely. He's going to follow his orders. He stays within the radius of the beacon, and he's going to throw javelins. One is going at the Brahma, and one is going at, well, Ricky. It misses the Brahma. That's a 15 to hit Ricky. I think that misses.
Yep, it misses.
All right. The next soldier, he throws a explosive charge at the Brahma. Same answer. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Advantage
Except for
for
Ren.
the insiders.
Ren does not need to. No, Ren is way outside of the radius.
There's a bonus for you, Ren.
yeah.
Yeah.
Silver lining.
Yep.
Silver lining.
The greater zombie and the lesser zombie outside also need to make dex saves. Fail. Fail.
Oh, Selena.
Oof.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 3.
6, 12, 14, 18, 20, 22 points of force damage. DC is 15. Okay. Selena, you take 22. Everyone else takes 11.
Ow.
This zombie is immediately slain by the explosion.
Uh-huh.
Just
Nice.
Oh, cool.
It's green goo.
That's because of
Radius.
the radius, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Ectoplasm.
He didn't get to do anything.
Nope.
Poor guy.
Did not get to do a thing.
Does my rage reduce the reduce?
It is force damage.
It
I
would
believe
quarter it.
you're a totem of a bear, so yes, you take half of it again. So it becomes 5.
Zombie was like the guy that shows up when the bar is closing and the lights come on.
Yep. The next soldier
This
is going
my
to
baklava.
run forward next to the whites and throw a javelin at Ren. That's a 12
Uh-huh.
and an 18.
Okay, I'll shield.
You sound so bitter about it. I'm sorry.
Shield.
Okay. The javelin bounces off the shield. That there's a soldier here. It's going to run up and attack. Selena, you're in the
Oh
Brahma.
God. No, she's not.
No, she's on the Brahma. That's right. Okay. Soldier's going to
She's got
attack
stuff
you.
on the side at this point.
He's stabbing you with a spear.
Rude.
Yeah. 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I thought so. 8 points of piercing damage. And then he follows up with a shield bash. That's an 11 to hit, so don't worry about it. Okay. That's the soldier's turn. Selena, you're up.
Well, this guy is up in my face, and I don't like him for doing that. So, we are gonna shocking grasp
Okay.
with our just like rub our
Sure,
rub our
roll,
little-
roll a spell attack.
Yeah.
You do have an advantage because he's wearing metal armor. Yeah, that hits.
Woo.
11 points of lightning damage. Okay.
Okay, that's my action. And my lioness is also going.
Yep. It is flanking on the one with near Ren. It is flanked.
It's gonna attack the one that it has. That it's gonna attack.
Go
the
for
one
it.
that's in-
Roll the bite with advantage.
Oh yeah.
So that's a 21.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
She takes
Hell
her.
yeah.
Okay. The lioness takes a big chomp out of the deathlock.
And then for Selena's bonus action, I don't actually think I have anything, and I don't want to move.
Surprised you don't have healing word or something like that.
I do, but I don't have any spell slots.
That is
Uh-huh.
an important
He's
factor
very-
in using
Same
healing
day
word.
as that.
Yeah,
Full
it's the same
keep
day
battle.
as the same day as the other battle. So, yeah, I'm lagging. So
Sorry,
she's
I'm
just-
not sorry.
so
Okay.
she just zaps it with her lightning gloves and hangs there.
Okay,
The Brahma.
Zed. It is now your turn, and you have Regal in your hands.
You know the rules.
And so do I.
So I only have 2 things attuned to me right now. So I don't have to unattune to anything. Say, Regal, we need you. I'm going to attune to Regal. Let me put it in my inventory real quick. Should have done that a second ago.
Yeah, geez, what are you doing?
I have it on. I do the thing.
Zed,
Okay.
what is that?
We'll talk about it. Now we gotta save ourselves. I am going to quicken another 2 sorcery points and quicken to try. I don't know which spell actually does it, but I'm gonna try to.
It's not okay. So as you attune to the crown of Aktesh, you focus all around you. You see into the ethereal plane. You see all of these countless spirits of the dead floating just above the battlefield. All of them seem to be just adrift, watching what is happening. It's a little unnerving. And you realize this must be what Ash saw every time he put on this crown. As you look over at the beacon that is emitting energy, you see the energy reaches so much farther than it appears. And you realize this beacon, it's not the same as the Nexus was. This beacon is, instead of taking in energy, it is sending something. You think about it, and Regal tells you, those pulses are sending a message. I think this is a scouting party.
Can we stop it?
Of
Can you
course.
stop it?
You have only to will it.
He'll concentrate. He's
Okay.
gonna
What's your spell
envision-
DC?
17.
What do you envision?
So he's gonna envision just the radiation of that green, like, evil energy. And he's just gonna envision his patron, which he's never seen before, just hands slowly closing down on it and, like, pushing it into this concentrated ball that he wants to just erupt. Shatter. That's what he visualizes.
Okay. He rolled a 15.
Modifiers?
That's total.
All right.
Like, how do they control me?
You all watch as the lieutenant, who was about to go,
Oh, buddy.
his hands are raised toward the beacon and his eyes are closed behind the helmet. You can see suddenly they open wide with green energy surging out of them as he loses control of the animus within the beacon. It is brutal in the way this beacon tears him apart.
Oh.
The green energy pulls him into dust and ash that whips away from all of his joints. It happens so quickly, none of you can hear anything but a quick, "Ah!" and he's gone.
Hey. He was the scary one.
Without the source of concentration, all of it is on you, Zed. All of the information that's going out of this beacon is coming from you now.
Say nothing to see here.
You feel your perception suddenly cast out in all directions. You can see, as if juxtaposed over the area in front of you, you see masses of undead miles away, hundreds of miles away, thousands of miles away, hordes, lieutenants, spellcasters, necromancers. You see in the mountain range a single individual reaching out to various pillars. And as you see him with your eyes, you see this old human man with gray hair and a kind face looks straight at you. And you hear, as if echoing through thousands of tunnels, I don't think I've seen you before. You're new. And that's a neat little trinket you have.
He's kind of overwhelmed for a second, taking all of this in, his perception being so enhanced. He doesn't say anything right away as he's trying to just get his bearings. And everything from his life has been, even with his patron, has been trying to control the chaos within. And at that moment, he gains some composure. He says, "This won't be the last you see me, and I'm going to try to sever that connection of this animus."
Okay. I need you to make a spellcasting check.
Slap your big dick down on the table.
Spell attack?
I need...
I'm going to... Okay, you need to beat a 22.
I'm re-rolling.
No.
I'm using an inspo immediately.
Go ahead.
I need level 10 and I need Mage Slayer right now.
Okay.
You could do it. You could beat a 22.
All
my
of
God,
you
I rolled
see...
a 2!
All of you see Zed's...
Push it.
You could push.
I
All
could
of you
push.
see Zed, his head, he's like up in the hatch, he's got this crown on, he's reaching out towards the beacon. You see the swirling green energy has completely changed. It is now a single narrow beam going right to the crown on Zed's head. And you see Zed is sweating. His eyes are wide open, but they're clear. They're crystal. Wider than they've ever been. And you can see he's like looking beyond the area around you. And Zed, you rolled an 11.
You just need to roll a 13.
I am going to
Push it.
push it. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to also preemptively cast Fortune of the Many for a +3.
Okay.
And I would like to flavor this as, at the moment, he goes to sever it and he falters. And he just looks at his team and he kind of gets that one last hope of inspiration for it. So it's going to be this +3.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yes, thank God. So a 29.
Yes!
29!
Yes!
So he falters. You can almost see that it grasps control of him, and he looks at his teammates. He thinks about all of his friends that he's lost, and he just perseveres. The calmness overwhelms the chaos of everything going on around him, and it's just clear for a second.
Dude, you would have lost that, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
You would have.
Yeah.
You needed to beat a 22.
Yeah.
As you beseech your patron, you use that feature, you concentrate on your friends around you. This green beam, all of you see suddenly black wings that emulate, if you've seen the tattoo on Zed, they wind like coiling thorns all the way up the beam and wrap up the beacon from the base to the top. And in that moment, the light spreading out across the battlefield suddenly is off. And the beacon itself begins to slowly crumble in on itself until the animus inside it dies. I need everybody to make a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh, it's exploding.
Oh, shit.
Is there an advantage? Is this a magical effect, or is this purely physical?
This is just a pressure wave. This is not magic.
Okay. -2 to my strength save.
-1.
Not good.
Oh, I got a 17 with an...
Good for you.
I have a -1.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, I need to draw a couple
Ricky, you get
radiuses
advantage
here.
on it because you have rage.
You are raging, so you do
Thank you.
have advantage.
I'll roll it a second time.
I need to make a couple radiuses here, so that's 30.
We're next to a nuke, guys.
Didn't think about that.
Oops.
No one did. I'm just glad you stayed with us.
It was super cool.
By the way,
Yeah.
that was a 50-50 chance that I died there. Completely just got.
Or your
50-50.
will was removed, or something
Something.
horrible.
Or I murder you all.
That guy was the be all end
Ren.
all of fuck you. Oh, Ren.
Oh,
You're
Ren.
just in it. Okay.
I rolled a
Oh,
25.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Well, you do take damage. Everybody's going to take some damage. All right. Everyone within the primary radius is going to take the most.
Haha.
Hey, Zed, do you want to roll this?
Yes.
I did. Yeah. What do I gotta roll?
You are rolling
All the
15d12.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah.
Holy
I
hell.
can hear Sao laughing from here.
Oh my god, I rolled so large. 113.
Oh.
Okay.
So many 11s.
Everything in the primary circle takes that. They need to make their
Now I'm
strength
worried.
save.
I'm really worried.
Fail. Okay.
They just get thrown.
They get obliterated.
Oh no, who said?
Oh,
That was more hit points than they had left. Okay. You guys are in the second circle, so you are going to potentially take 60... No. I can do math. 56 points of damage.
Okay.
Success on the strength save halves it.
Oh no, I
let's
didn't
see.
succeed.
God. So 56 would
I really
be
hope
what?
you don't knock out our physiker.
20, 27, 28,
Half of 56 is 28.
28. Oh,
Wait,
my.
so if we failed, it's 56.
Yes.
Help, I'm unconscious.
Yeah, me too.
That would have knocked me unconscious at full
no.
health.
Uh-oh.
What
Yeah,
kind of damage is it? Does my rage have?
Your
Force
rage would half
damage?
this. This is force.
So you quarter
So
it.
14. You
Okay.
get 14.
And then
Thank you.
the last ring, 56 halved again is 28, halved again. Ren, you take 14.
Okay.
I have one healing potion.
If you get Selena up, she's the physiker.
The
I'm not
deathlock
doing that anyways.
is slain.
He doesn't
Hold
have
on.
spells.
This deathlock.
I don't need spells to.
She can medic you. She can medic you.
Yeah, okay.
This
I'm not
deathlock
unconscious.
is slain. I think the battle might be over.
Woo!
Maybe. I'm
Sick-ass
doing
battle.
saves.
Is the Brahma okay? You
No.
fucked up my. I just got this fixed.
You drove into it. We
Okay,
would have
this
been in
white
this
is still
third
alive.
radius if you stayed where you were.
I was helping.
Yeah, you helped.
Bells didn't
This
know
white.
what was happening.
56. It fails. It just is. It exploded into smithereens. This greater zombie strength save. These are pretty good at this, but I rolled a 1. Okay.
Hey.
56. Yeah, it's dead. Okay. This soldier. Oh, there's still another effect. We just haven't gotten to it yet. Keep in mind, if you failed the saving throw, you were also thrown.
I'm inside the Brahma.
So you're not thrown because you're in a
Hooray.
seat.
The
The soldier.
That's what your
failed.
seatbelts are for, guys.
How's Aaron?
She succeeded, but she's got 2 hit points.
Oh,
Wow,
buddy.
it's better than I'm doing.
She is bloody as fuck, but she is conscious. All right.
A blunt force
That was
Brahma
all
being
on Zed's
thrown around
turn.
the Brahma.
The beacon collapses on itself, and then a massive pressure wave, and the energy just thrusts everyone back. Everyone on the outside of the Brahma is thrown 15 feet in the second ring.
Selena. If she's unconscious, she doesn't.
Ricky, you were thrown.
If she's unconscious, she would take a death save. Yeah.
Ren, you
Wait,
succeeded. You don't move. Oh, Ricky, you succeeded. You don't move. Sorry.
Ren basically sees us coming and just plants his greatsword into the earth and just toughs it out.
I need to roll a strength save for the lioness.
Oh no!
The lioness rolled a 1.
Yeet.
The lioness takes 28 points of damage. The lioness disappears in a poof.
The lioness is gone. She was excellent while she was here. I have no
Yes, she
complaints
was.
Very excellent.
about my
Yes, she was.
dragon friend.
She worked for her dinner.
Okay.
What about these fuck-
I'm getting there. There's a lot of units here, okay? This guy gets moved 15. This guy gets moved 15. This guy took... I haven't rolled him yet. God damn it. He failed. Okay, he takes 28. And he is thrown 15 as well. Okay. Remove this combatant from the battle. All right. Zed, that was your turn.
That was a turn.
That was your
was a
turn.
That was a turn.
You quicken bonus action for that? All right, there we go. It's now the white's turn. There's not very many of them. This one's going to stand up, using half its movement, and then it's going to surge. Oh, no, it's not.
Ren's the only one standing over
Yeah,
here.
Ren, you're going to get an arrow shot at you.
Okay.
I believe you still have shield up. It rolled a 2. Don't worry about it. It's going to shoot another arrow at you. A 21.
Nope.
Misses with
23.
shield. Okay, the other white is going to... It sees Selena down. It's going to take a shot at her at disadvantage.
That's just rude.
I rolled a 14 and then a 3. So, Selena, the first one misses you. And then it's going to try again. That's a 14 total on the lower roll. That misses. It did stand up, I will say. That's the white's turn. Ren.
Okay. Well, there's only one course of action here. I'm gonna run up to Selena.
Healing, yes.
And searching through his own medical bag that he acquired off another physiker. He is going to cast cure wounds because he can do that once a day.
Okay. Roll it.
Where is it?
You see Selena is like covered in like soil and dust and bits of balsam all over her body. Just like it looks as though she was thrown through a granary.
Was she like laying a la Peter Griffin? Just like
exactly Peter Griffin
out.
fall. You heal for 15.
Yes, sir.
Selena, you are conscious but prone.
If I can, I'll stand her up.
Yeah, you can. But that will be that's like your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Selena, you are lifted to your feet. Everything hurts.
Oh, I owe you one.
They might have gotten hit pretty bad.
Got it.
Do my best to protect you.
Bells.
I'm unconscious.
You are unconscious. Please roll me a death save.
Strapped, knocked out in her chair. Death save. Oh, go kids.
Oh,
Fail.
boy.
That is a failure.
Fine.
Aaron, who has 2 hit points, sees Zed like basically thrown back in the hatch, but still up. Sees Bells unconscious in her seat. She's going to climb down out of the gunner seat and feed Bells a potion.
Nice.
As you come back to consciousness with 10 hit points, you see Aaron leaning over you, and she says, "Now you gotta be cool about all this shit, right?"
What?
Yeah.
What happened? I can't hear you.
It's fine. Aaron
What?
climbs back up into the gunner seat, and she changes... No, she doesn't change anything. She just... That's her turn, I think. Okay. Deathlocks are dead as hell. Remove those. Greater Zombie is dead as hell, as is the Lesser. Remove those. Ricky. Everything hurts, but you're alive. Ricky?
Mm-hmm.
Is your turn?
Oh, yeah. What does Ricky want to do? I don't really want to leave the vicinity of
I don't
this.
blame you. Don't forget
Yeah.
you still have that Bastion of Law thing where you can use a D8 to reduce damage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I am just going. I'm not feeling as bad as others, but I'm still not feeling great. So I'm just gonna take my hand axe and huck it at the. No, not a right click. Well, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna huck it at this guy, I guess, over here. 'Cause why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll the attack.
Nice.
Yes.
That hits everybody on the battlefield. Who are you throwing it at? Remind me. Oh, yeah,
This
yeah.
guy over
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage plus your rage. Okay. He takes 11 points of slashing damage as a hand axe right into his chest. It returns to you.
Yeah, I'd love to just throw that sucker at him again.
Okay.
Boom.
14 misses.
Misses. That's my turn.
Okay. It's now the soldier's turn. This one is going to surge up. Selena and Ren, you are right in front of it, and he's going to try and take you down. First swing is on Selena. That is a 17 to hit.
On the button.
All right. You take 7 points of piercing damage. And he's going to try and slam you with his shield, and he rolled a 4. He can't hit that shield. All right. But he's trying. Okay. This soldier surges out of the balsam. He surges here, and he's going to throw a spear at Zed. That's a 17 to hit.
How are
18
you looking,
angry.
Zed?
I got 14 health, but I'll be alright.
I don't know if this is possible, but can I use my reaction for Zed instead? Given where I'm positioned, like wave my tail at that spear? It's okay if you say no.
I got an 18 AC, so it's off.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, thank you though. I appreciate the thought.
Well, a 21 is the following spear at Zed's head.
Shield.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
The
trying
spear
to get
bounces. All right. That's their turn. Selena, you're up.
Hi. I am I'm gonna shocking grasp this guy in my grill.
Okay, you have advantage. Go ahead. Make your spell attack. That
Nice.
definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. Real nice.
Okay. He slumps to the ground, dead.
Okay. Then she's gonna use her movement to head back toward the Brahma.
Okay. You have full movement. You can get
Get
onto
in.
it if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the Brahma and like just hang on.
Zed.
Everybody alive in there?
Yes.
Barely.
All right, Doc's on the way, coming to get you. Just hang in.
Zed, you're up.
I am going to. How far is this? Let me just look at a distance on something real quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, take your time.
I am going to get in Homeboy's grill.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump down, get in his grill, and I am going to cast spray a card, 2nd level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be a 15-foot cone. It should get. Wait, I thought I did it somewhere that it made sense. This way.
I will say you can get those two.
Yeah, that's all I want is those
There's
two.
no way he's gonna get the third guy.
No, I wasn't planning on it. It is a Dex 17. Wait, Dex. Yeah, it's a Dex 17 save.
Okay. They're not the best at this. Green is white. The white rolled a 15. The soldier rolled a 1.
Okay, so they are both. They both take 15 points. I'm sorry, 12 points of force damage, and they both have the blind condition until the end of its next turn.
Oh, okay. Blinded. Interesting.
Yeah. So
All
what
right.
you see is like I kind of jump down off of it, and as I run up, I just rip the cards out of my hand, and they just flow out, and I get in the guy's face. Just gonna reposition 5 more feet over here.
Okay. It's now the white's turn.
One sec.
Okay, it's still Zed's turn.
I'm gonna use my last 2 points, and I am gonna cast Mirror Image on myself.
Okay. Make sure you read that spell carefully, because it can be confusing.
Yes. Yeah. I got it.
All right. Are you good?
Now it is the end of my turn, yeah.
All right. The blind white, he's blind and he's ranged, which really is the worst situation. He's going to make a perception at disadvantage to try and tell if he can remember where somebody was to shoot at.
It moved 5 feet.
Yeah. He is fucked. He raises his bow and he's going to take a shot. Ren, he can kind of hear your armor.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to take a shot at you, but it's a disadvantage. Not a chance. Not a chance in fucking hell. Nope.
Well,
That's a 6.
Red just picked up some mithril half plate, so it's not as loud anymore. But yeah, it's still loud.
He misses both shots, like by a landslide. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
The white sees you split into multiple versions of yourself, and the one that's not blind, and he's going to shoot an arrow at you, Zed, because there's a lot of you. That's a 14 to hit.
Misses.
How about an 18 to hit?
18 is my AC, so I need to roll a d20. And I need to roll a 6 or higher. Yeah, so it hits one of my duplicates.
The arrow, and just, what does it look like when one of your duplicates gets destroyed?
So they're actually kind of moving, right? So it's not like a static one thing. Like they're almost coming in, splitting off to the side, and like kind of being, like illusionary, not just out in, out in. So as you see, like they're going back and forth, splitting off. It just turns into 2 now. So it's like almost like it never missed a beat.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Instead of 3 splitting apart, it's just 2.
Awesome.
Extras splitting with it.
The white just looks more confused. Ren.
Okay. What are we? Yeah, let's get advantage. How about that?
He's blind.
And
You have
it's
advantage.
Oh, right. Well,
you can beat the shit out of him. Go for it.
I am going to beat the shit out of him, fucker. Advantage. Greatsword. Let's go. That's terrible, but an 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
He cannot see you to do any reactions. So, what? 8 damage? All right.
Yeah, well, here we go.
You swung at him and he blindly turned around at what he heard, and just the pommel of your blade hit him in the head.
Oh, honey.
At 27.
That's much better.
And much better damage.
Yep, okay.
Is he still up?
He is still up.
Action surge.
Action turd.
Why not?
Action
Fuck
turd. Fuck it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, 20 to hit.
That hits.
12 points of damage.
He slumps to the ground, slain.
Hell yeah. For my last attack, he's going to take out just a mundane hand axe from his belt and chuck it at the blind one because I like advantage.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Natural 20.
Nice.
All right. Roll damage.
All right. It's a D6 plus 11 for adding the 6 from the die.
Yes. So 14.
14, yeah.
The white's head splits in half, and it slumps to the ground.
Nice. All right. He turns to the last white and just points his greatsword at him.
The white looks at you and just goes, yeah, because it's an undead and does not get intimidated. Bells.
Bruised, bloodied, concussed. She just opens the hatch and looks out to see like what's going on out here. She sees the last remaining opponent. Just levels her arcane firearm and she's gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay, roll your spell attack.
26.
26 hits.
Nice.
I have an additional D. It is a D8, yeah,
D8, yeah.
because it's my arcane firearm.
It's a nice.
So add the D8.
Terrible roll.
Yeah, big deal.
There we go.
14. Bells. How do you want to do this?
So she sees Ren facing off with this guy as she opens the hatch, realizes it's the last one on the field, and she like does like a bird whistle to get its attention. And when it like turns with its mouth open, she just like aims just right into the mouth,
Okay.
and then its head.
The firebolt slams into the back of the throat of this undead creature, and flaming black ichor just in all directions as the white's head bursts from the heat, and it slumps to the ground.
We go.
You guys have survived the scout ambush.
Somehow. All right, everybody, in or on? Let's get moving.
I take
Brent.
I don't
The
know what
crown.
happened, but it wasn't quiet.
I take the crown, and before I take it off, I just touch it and thank you, Regal. Couldn't have done without you.
I know.
I know. You're gonna stay with me for a little bit, and I take the crown off and put it in my bag.
Okay.
As
Bells watches you do that and just says, "We'll talk."
I don't know what the hell that was, but it's time for triage. Everybody get in the bus, and we will figure out who is worse off and what we need to splint.
when the last white fell, as Ren was pointing at it, as soon as it just slumps over, from the tip of the long sword down to the hilt, it just kind of like in a blue shimmer, it disappears gradually from his grasp. And then he goes retrieves his hand axe from the skull,
Yep.
and goes back to the Brahma.
Okay. You all gather yourselves and return to the Brahma. The Brahma is not looking great. It moves, but you're going to have to assess the damage that it took when you have time.
Bells just, I've just fixed this. It's fine.
We gotta
Fine,
we
we're
gotta
alive.
get some distance. Yeah, we gotta
Agreed.
get some distance.
Worst
We gotta-
people, Selena,
hold
could
up.
you patch up the worst on the road while we just get some distance from this place?
My legs don't work.
Oh, probably
Get
her
your
then.
legs working. Get your
Oh,
legs
okay.
working.
All right. As you...
So I've got my healer's kit out and going to town. Most like.
Yep, we will get to that. As you all get back on the road, at least get moving.
Catch your breath.
You guys can heroic recovery and take a short rest.
Would
Spend
love
hit
to.
dice if you'd like to.
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Like all of them.
I'm gonna use my blood vial to recover sorcery points.
Sure.
Closer to the
Anything
hole
worse
than I
than rolling
was.
ones on your hit dice? No.
No.
I do
I
want
feel
to say
like rolling
something.
a 1 on your hit die is like when I fail at nap. Sorry. You were
Yeah.
probably doing it.
No, you're good. As I was getting back into the vehicle, I do want to say to Belle, like, I'm just gonna glance over at her and say, "Thought we almost lost you for a minute. Much as you may
Me?
not, yeah, much as you may not think it, not what I want. The last thing I want."
I don't. The last thing that I believe, Zed, is that you want the dead to win. So I believe you want me to live too.
And he just gives you a head nod and like a hand on the shoulder, trying to give his best attempt at being genuine. He's trying to portray that he's being genuine.
Yeah. She's very perceptive of people's intentions for a reason. She gets that.
Cool.
Whew.
Welcome to the front line.
Mm-hmm.
Mild day today.
It feels
Oh,
like it's
shit.
been 6 days. Not
Mhm.
one.
It'll do that. Game plan: we need to get distance at least a few miles, 5, 6 miles, and we need to find the closest reliable shelter we can to
Agreed.
rest up and get this Brahma fixed up and talk.
And talk.
Barns are good. I've hidden barns all the time. We can probably find one of them.
I'll keep my eye out for one.
Roll an investigation at advantage, please, Mr. Spotter.
Grain silo or something around here.
Rilo.
16.
It's pretty good.
You guys drive forward at about not quite half speed. The Brahma is not that damaged. But while normally the Brahma cruises along at 45 feet for 45 feet of movement, it's now moving at just over 30. You also do occasionally feel a shudder, the occasional coming from outside, but it's moving. And the Earthglide slab seems to be solid, which is the most important part for motion. As it is driving, I need a driving check, please, as you are driving a damaged vehicle.
16.
Well enough. With a 16 on investigation, you guys are driving and you're cresting over more farmland, and you see on a lowered, section of farmland where there was clearly a pasture, there is a destroyed stable. But connected to that stable is a barn. A big one. Likely a livestock barn or something. It's clear part of it is burned, but it is intact enough that you could probably use it for shelter. The important part is, of course, clearing it.
I head toward that direction.
Okay.
I see if I see any movement inside or around the barn. as
Roll
we get
perception,
closer.
please.
It's advantage because of your scope,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
22.
You don't see any movement. The barn doors have been blown off or torn off, one or the other. And you can see clear into the barn. The straw is all rotted and decayed. It has been vacant for a long time. As you guys head into the barn, let me go ahead and Do you guys intend to try and set up a camp here?
I'm
I would
tapped.
assume so. Yeah.
I'm out of spells. Yeah.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, first levels, that's it.
And I mean, another encounter. Like, Selena's not built for this right now.
Yeah, she's hurting.
Well, whether you want an encounter or not doesn't really matter.
True, but we don't have to go
We can
looking
try to
for
bunker
one.
down for a bit.
You
maybe
do not have to
some
go
of the
looking for
right
trouble. It's true. Okay. I'm going to pull you guys over to the camp watch order as you guys set up. Let me get my tables.
Like first.
As you guys
Oh,
settle
bells.
in, exhausted and hurting, you all hear, "A pleasure, as always."
Everyone hears that.
Everyone.
Say out loud. Appreciate you, Regal. We would have been sitting ducks out there without you.
You are welcome.
Is this voice responsible for whatever happened with the pillar?
I am
They
merely a tool. Zed is the one responsible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your help.
The dots do connect. You want the long version, the short?
I've got all the time in the world.
I don't think I know anything about this thing either. Can I sit in on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Just what?
Yep. What I just used is called the Crown of Aktesh.
Anybody who wants to can roll a religion check, but the DC is super high.
I will. I have a chance. I rolled bad. I rolled a 9.
I'm pretty sure
Sounds
you
like
get
nonsense.
double proficiency as an artificer against anything with like magical items for history checks against
That has no.
Really?
artificer's lore, or is that just gnome shit?
You can
That's
flash
no-
your genius,
that's no
probably.
shit.
I'm sorry.
I don't have Flash of Genius.
That's gnome shit.
I'm gonna guidance myself. Just try to remember anything from all the tutors and books
Sure.
that I've read, or that I've had or read.
I don't got that.
I just don't think Selena knows anything about religion, so I'm not even.
Oh, I rolled terribly.
It fits.
We all just stare blankly. Actej?
Huh?
Aktesh is a god from thousands of years ago.
Okay.
Regal was Aktesh's right hand, their go-to person. Aktesh embodied Regal into this artifact to be a source of power and some form of companionship, I guess. We were sent on a mission to retrieve it. We did so, and this is where we found Aaron.
Sure was.
Grateful for that.
Bet you are.
And with that being said, we brought it back to command. They confiscated it. Fort got attacked one day. Some of our officers, I like to call insubordinates, tried to use it and wound up turning because they didn't have the will to, or the knowledge, or the intelligence. I don't know what it was. The undead got a hold of it.
They lacked the fortification of mind to resist the wills of those on the other side, and so they succumbed to them.
They tried to kill us. Undead got a hold of Regal, and they almost got away with it. Before I tell the next part, I want to make sure I have this correct. It was Ash who wrangled it from them before they teleported, correct?
Oh no, it was
Ricky.
Ricky.
It was Ricky.
Ricky tipped it
I
off
used-
of their head.
Yeah.
Like as he was
My-
like teleporting, it was awesome.
Yeah, I used my
yeah.
reaction.
That poor
I
guy.
don't remember who did it. As they went to go teleport away with it, Ricky was able to snatch it back. We've been in possession of it since. Reason we've withheld this info from you is because Command doesn't know. And I understand how that looks, and I understand the ramifications for it. But I'm gonna be honest, those people we had in command used it as if it was just a simple tool, like a screwdriver, not knowing of what it could do. They knew its power, and they just used it without any regard for the ramifications of it. That's why we
So,
kept it from you.
question. I'm confused about how you knew this artifact would wrest control of the beacon. How did you know that?
Not it's the first one of its kind we ran into, but not the first one. We've encountered a couple of obelisks, and Ash was the one who figured it out. Ash was able to, first one brave enough to utilize Regal and save our lives, sever the connections from an obelisk. Almost cost him his life too.
So Ash was aware that you had this in your possession.
Ash was the one brave enough to actually use it to save our lives for the first time.
And he was making an informed decision to keep it from your superiors.
It was the group consensus, but yes,
But he agreed with
he did. I was about the only one that didn't agree with it.
one.
Funny enough as it may
That
seem.
is funny.
Hmm.
So
And
I mean,
it was the thing, it was what was talking to us, right?
Correct.
Yes, that was me. I apologize if the sudden voice in your head was alarming. I know not
So-
everyone is accustomed.
Regal, when
It
you
was
reached
alarming.
out to me
Mm-hmm.
and you said that the reason Zed didn't trust me was because he witnessed someone use it and fail.
Yes.
Was that what he was talking about?
Yes.
So let me lay this out plainly. You have an item of immense power that was... Command told you to get it and bring it to them, and you did so. And then they used it poorly, failed, and became a detriment. So when you got it back into your hands, you just didn't report that it was recovered.
Correct. We know the ramifications of our actions.
And
We
your
made a judgment
reason
call.
for not reporting it when it was recovered was because you didn't trust them to use it properly. Is that a correct assumption?
Correct.
And of course you wouldn't tell me that you had it in your possession when I first came because I'm a royal inquisitor.
Inquisitor part. Didn't want too much inquisiting going on.
Because, as you said, the ramifications can be dire in this situation.
That is true.
You did save our lives. And almost
This-
end them at the same time.
This is the same point. I was in your exact shoes the first time this was used. I did not agree with using it, and I realized that if it saves our people, it's not bad. It's not necessarily bad or inherently.
Well,
Could
let
be.
me tell you how I'm looking at this right now. It was used improperly by command or higher ups because it wasn't understood what it could do, how it could be used. So
Oh, they knew, which makes it worse.
I want to approach this from a matter of research. It's obviously useful,
You
but I
flatter
want
me.
to measure its capabilities.
By the way, there is a conscious being inside that crown. Regal is an Astra was very adamant about this. This is the person.
Has Bells encountered sentient weapons, items before?
Yes. Some of them are
Brazen edge
probably
here.
some of them are probably
Ah.
more sentient than others. But you definitely would have, in service with the ANA or the Serisian Royal Inquisitors, you absolutely would have encountered some sentient objects.
Okay, then let me turn it on you, Regal. What is your motivation for working with this group?
I require a purpose. It is... I've been told thousands of years since I was used properly. Time does not move quickly when you have nothing to do but ponder the areas around you. And right now, the world is so slaked with blood and the spirits of the dead. You must understand, they do not keep very good company. And I grow weary. And so, imagine how refreshing it was when these poor individuals found me in a destroyed town, being ravaged by a cadaver collector. I was cautious at first about how I reached out to them, because I did not think they would respect what I am. Their superiors did not respect what I am. I suspect they paid with their lives for that. What I do know for certain, since then, I have proven more useful to the common folk than I ever had before in my existence, and my memory goes back quite a long ways. I also find this whole situation quite interesting. There are necromancers out there using massive and powerful magical beacons to control hordes of undead from great distances, and this is something that I didn't think was possible. But every so often, within the ethereal, I do see the evidence of those waves of energy just passing overhead. None of them have been close enough to be warranted of a warning, but I did mention this before.
That most recent one we just encountered.
That, I believe, was specifically a messenger beacon and was, from context, likely reporting they'd found, well, you.
They were looking for specifically?
From the limited undercommon I could gather, yes.
Speaking of that, Regal, did you see everything I saw when I tried severing that connection?
I do not know.
What did you see?
When I connected to that beam in the obelisk, it was almost as if my sight reached thousands of miles, and all within the same instance I felt the wave and a connection between every single undead creature within a 1,000-mile radius. And eventually it focused me in on a man who I'm assuming is the one who is orchestrating all this. And he stared me back in the face and talked to me. Regal, he noticed you. I think he had a sense of what you are.
Well, I did not see that.
Okay.
Does this man ring a bell? Does this description match anything Bells has heard?
Roll a history.
Yeah, I'll give a full description of what he looked like. I don't remember the exact description you gave
You
me.
have minor illusion.
I do have minor illusion.
I looked at your spell sheet.
Yeah, can I make a minor illusion of this man's face?
Yeah, you can.
I rolled real good.
A moment, please.
Could I roll as well?
Yes, you can roll history.
All right. Guidance.
Okay. This is who he shows you.
Oh, he's just a chill guy.
It's just
He's
the
got a little
guy.
tea.
Yeah? You remember he had a friendly-looking face about him, but something was very off. Let's see, what do we get on histories? Bells, you would literally directly have heard this name, and in seeing this image, you've seen other images of the same man from different angles. You know his name is Atticus Tyrol. He is the leader of the followers of the star. Ren...
I regurgitate that.
Yeah, with a 20, Ren, you would know that as well.
Okay.
You wouldn't have the same background, like you wouldn't have as much in-depth information about him, but you would recognize him.
Do we understand his capabilities or motivations that other than he is the leader?
You're not really sure what his motivations are. At this point, the war has been going on for over 700 years.
And has he been responsible for it the whole time?
Yes.
Ooh.
And he looks like a human.
He aged great.
To be honest, I may have made an enemy and antagonized him a bit.
We're Serisian Royal Army. He is our enemy. We are his enemy.
I put a cross on us, though. He knows what to look out for.
To be fair, we were targeted for this ambush to begin with, so they have to be somewhat privy of us. I guess they just know we have
I think we
Regal.
Confirmed what they were looking for.
I would make a recommendation now. My abilities are severely hindered so long as I am not attuned to a soul. If one of you would wear me, I can actually monitor the air around you, in case an ambush like that might happen again. Because I could not sense anything until they were on us.
See.
I'm gonna...
Sure, because you're in a bag.
Correct.
I'm just gonna look at Ricky. Ricky. I'm gonna leave this judgment call up to you. What do you think we should do?
I mean, Ricky always sits and listens to you all, like, make your decisions. I think I'm a little taken aback to be pulled in. Well, Regal's never done anything except helpful, from what I can tell. And I'm really tired of losing people.
Is
I
it
trust your
detrimental to
judgment.
wear you, Regal?
Well, that depends on your mental fortitude. If you use me and attempt to wrest control of a creature from a controller, if you attempt to steal an undead from a puppet master, you do open yourself up to be taken by them. If you do not open that channel, my other benefits are lesser, but harmless. They grant you sight into the ethereal plane, which, from what I can tell, has nearly frightened everyone who's won me so far. You do gain the ability to raise the dead, though I imagine none of you will wish to use that particular magic.
I think we've had enough of that.
Unless you're Astra and you want to be Keeper of the bullets.
That was Ash.
Oh, that was Ash?
Yeah, I was
I don't know
Ash.
if you want to be
Ashra.
Ash and be
Oh,
Keeper of the
so
bullets.
Ash raised dead before.
Specifically, bullets.
I definitely won't be telling our parents that.
Probably not.
Also, should you be wearing me, you can reach out telepathically to anyone you wish within a certain distance. Farther than I can on my own. You also
Ricky,
gain the benefit of my consult, which my
is the
lady
biggest-
took very
biggest
seriously.
bonus. That's the biggest perk we got, honestly.
What are the parameters of someone who can wear you? Are you picky?
You must be able to cast spells. You must be able to bear your mental fortitude in some way. So I'm afraid, Ricky, you would not be suitable.
Mechanically, is that wisdom saves for the mental fortitude?
It's spellcasting save. It doesn't matter what kind of caster you are. Because
Plus
necromancers don't have to be wizards, or clerics, or sorcerers. They could be any of them.
that makes sense.
Unfortunately, I cannot wear regal either.
Because of that weird thing in your forehead.
Yes, because of the weird thing on my head.
Yep.
Well, we'll. Right.
A shame, I do think I'm more stylish.
Anything's more stylish than that.
I think
Well, Selena?
Ren would
Me?
go real silent after those comments.
That's
Just
gross.
kind of look at his feet.
I mean, this is probably rude, but I really just want to study it. Her? Him?
I mean, I'm fascinated too, as far as antiquity and arcane artifacts go, but the real current applications outweigh the historical fascination.
Well, I saw what just happened on that battlefield. I can't say I understood all of it at the time, and then I was hit very hard by a wave of
But yeah, that was
impactful
That's
force.
my fault. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
It's
It
just
didn't happen
math.
last time.
Math. Anyway, for the most part, if we are in a battlefield situation, I feel like I should be in a position to be in our combat medic. I don't know that we want me in possession of significant firepower. However, I ain't unstubborn, so there's that.
you said Ash
Maybe.
or Regal?
Yes,
Ash
he did.
was.
He
Did
had
he ever struggle with you?
a very keen intellect and had no trouble wresting control the few times he did it.
He saved us at least once. He made really difficult decisions about whether to wear a regal or not on his own to make sure the rest of us lived.
That sounds like him.
I don't think we would have been here if it wasn't for that, because I didn't make the call to utilize Regal. He made a snap judgment call, and it was the right one.
Well said. You have a longer history with Regal, but I'm not unwilling. If it gives us an edge.
Look, I'm a soldier. All I want to see is my people get home, and whatever accomplishes that goal, that's fine by me.
You do not need to make this choice now. But the sooner you make it, the sooner I can actually stand vigil.
The sooner we're safer. That's what I'm... What if I try you for a day?
Before we move forward, what's your outlook on this? I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think you were gonna be as receptive as you are.
I am
Well-
curious as well as a member of authority responding to treason so positively.
That is
I didn't
consequences.
I didn't join the police force because I have a hunger for the enforcement of rules.
I got excited for a second. I thought you were just kidding the whole time right there for a moment. I thought you said you just didn't. All right.
No, I am actually an inquisitor, but I was scouted for my skill set. And I thought this could be interesting.
Oh, heck.
I
Little
thought
job.
I thought the prospects presented in this position would be more engaging, more better use of my intellect than what I was currently doing. It was curiosity and engagement. A side effect is that sometimes good comes out of it. Oftentimes, though, it doesn't, because I'm sure you've all met a cop before,
Yep.
and they have their quotas and their rules, and I don't think they're always right or effective.
Tell you what, don't get more engaging than this.
Yeah,
My point is-
I've been here a day. I ain't bored. A lot of other things.
Best fucking job in the world.
Amen.
Best job I ever fucking had.
Point is, I think I can understand rational over blind enforcement of regulation. I don't really care how a job gets done if the right outcome happens.
I will say, you are better at speaking your mind than Ash ever was.
I know,
That's a fact.
but he was a better
ain't gonna
person than I
say-
was.
I ain't gonna say I never questioned command because
Precisely, often they're wrong.
people in command are just older, more experienced.
Not even always. Sometimes
Mhm.
they luck out and get that spot.
I mean, I meant than me. Doesn't mean their judgment ain't gonna necessarily be any better than anybody else's. They're just people. They're just people with a job. And sometimes people with a job fuck up. The question then becomes, if we are embracing, as you say, treason, that's a fun word. Treason.
Just needs to be important that you all do know that is what is happening, and not to soften that blow.
My last team died on orders. We followed them. We didn't question them. I felt the magic slipping away from my infusion as my friend got blown away down a damn river. And I don't even know anything about why that happened. So I feel like if we're going to do something concrete that is going to be a blow against them, fuck command. That's what I think.
All of y'all are my priority. That and keeping the living.
That's my priority too.
Ren is still kind of just staring at his shoes, and he just starts laughing.
You good, big guy?
You okay there, Pickles?
He might
He's
be
correct.
slipping into madness.
No. I'm
I'm gonna roll
I
an
think
insight
that's-
check to see if he is finally cracked.
okay, go ahead.
It is a side effect of dealing with so much undead and chaos.
Let's just say I find it very ironic that I was sent here by my father to make a good name for the Tissot family, and now I am committing treason willingly.
It's not your country.
It's
Still,
only a bad reputation if they find out.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, you probably
Still-
have immunity anyways. You ain't going down for it.
Diplomatic immunity.
I still find it extremely funny and rather satisfying.
Dwarf don't have to worry about. They're already dead.
In any case, I'm in for this.
Well, good. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to stab you.
Yep. Don't piss her off.
Does my answer to your question satisfy you?
It does. And you notice if you look down just slightly, he's taking Regal out of the bag and handing it over.
Oh. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Do I just...
Yep.
As soon as you place it over your head, it shrinks to size and fits you perfectly.
I look like Ash.
Feels a
Couple
bit like
poses.
Ash.
Yeah.
Less so now.
Do recommend a
Yikes.
hood or anything you may have just to cover it up in plain sight. And
Who's
as
work-
he pulled that out of his bag, he realizes he has a bunch of Joe shit in there. By the way, I got 3 extra potions of healing I didn't realize.
Oh, that would have helped. Could help
Yep.
in the future. Could I have one?
Do you know how...
As Erin's saying that, I hand her a potion of healing. And I hand Bells one.
I
and I
take
You
hand
it.
know
Ricky
how
one.
hard it is to climb down this fucking Brahma with 2 broken legs?
Well, you became. I mean,
I'm good now, but
right.
Give
I had to save the
Rick-
fucking cat from her own damn seatbelt. It was awful.
No. Sorry.
I give Erin, Ricky, and Bells one.
Making a note. As you have discussed the matter of Regal, the Crown of Aktesh, a divine artifact that you have used to thwart death a number of times now, and you guys are holed up in this barn, about to take a watch, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Crazy.
Big change from
Hooray.
last session, huh?
Dude, how did we
Or last
survive that
session.
ambush?
Regal.
Yeah,
Can we
like
get the spelling of this guy's name? The
Atticus
the
Terald.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've heard Atticus recently. in
It's
something.
a name. It's a real name.
I haven't met anybody named Atticus recently.
I have.
Well, I wrote it in the campaign book when I came up with the War of the Dead, so maybe you saw it in there.
I might have, because I didn't read your Google Doc.
It was in To Kill a Mockingbird.
That's
This
true.
is true.
It's the same guy.
Also, Miss,
Huh?
the guy in Miss.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Les Mis.
Not Les Mis, Mist.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. It's been a long time. Anyway, as we come to the end of the session, I want to thank you all for playing with me. It was an intense session, and you guys survived. Well done. No one died. Permanently.
Hey.
Before we go any farther, we must, of course, go to the players' votes for inspiration. AJ, you're at the top of the alphabet, and so, who did something that you liked?
I mean, I gotta give it to Dooch for pushing that roll and
Oh.
saving our asses.
See, guys, pushing rolls works.
Except for when it
90%
doesn't.
of the time,
Except-
it succeeds 60% of the time.
Until it doesn't.
Right out, you say it right after the person who was. I had a ghost. Yeah. Okay.
Fucking...
Yeah, but it worked out for you.
Zed almost got his brain slurped out like a spaghetti noodle, man. Like,
Yeah. Yep, I was expecting it. I fully was prepared to lose that in that case.
Oh, man.
all right. Class, who did something you liked?
Oh man. Ooh.
Hey, Bo.
Uh,
No.
The rage cooking, it gets an honorable mention.
The rage cooking.
For sure. And just also an honorable mention to Selena for being exhausted and still, getting through everything. But I want to hand it to Bells for being cool about Regal. I was worried about that.
Well, no one asked. Well, no one gave her a chance to explain her philosophical values, I guess. She's not a cop in the traditional sense of like, I need to uphold the law to the like degree of the letter of the,
He seemed like that at first.
No, she's just very professional.
I'm glad the twins have the same outlook.
Greater good, I think, is ultimately what it comes down to.
All right. So Penn gets the next vote. Dooch, who did something you liked?
I'm very torn. I really like Belle's outlook on it. I'm gonna give it to Class though, for just the laughing and be like, "Yo, my father really sent me here to get a good name, and now I'm committing treason. I'm down. Like I'm here
Fuck
for
my
it."
dad.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. I laughed a lot.
Okay. Penn.
Honorable mention to Dooch for the push. Love a good push. The intensity of the storytelling moment is always just chef's kiss. Not enough people push. Everyone should start pushing more. But ultimately, everyone. I'm going to give it to Class for making me feel bad about bullying Ren. But let's be real. You could not have chosen a more uncomfortable, viscerally vomit-inducing way to describe the way he has this crown like implanted in his body. It makes me actually want to dry heave in real life. So I'm going to continue to bully him over it because I hate you for that choice you made.
All right.
Okay. And last but not least, Sal.
I thought there was a lot of cool stuff tonight, but I really enjoyed the rage cooking and how everything was trash. So that is my vote.
Yeah, everything's just trash.
The votes have it. Class, you've earned the player's vote for inspiration this session. Well done.
Thank you.
I want to thank you all for playing with me tonight. I hope that encounter was interesting, and I look forward to next session. Let's see what happens. And to those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi, Penn. Hi, Class. Hi everybody else. We love you all, and I wish you a good night.